Hello, Kirby fans. We're back on Friday. It's Fourth World Friday. I'm wearing my Fourth World shirt, the print all over shirt. It's huge. I don't know if I can show you the whole thing. There you go. It's kind of hard to tell, but I got all my print all over shirts. So I did a video on that, of course. So make sure you guys check that out. We still have a few days left on the Legion of Superheroes giveaway. So the giveaway, you have to go to my channel's trailer, tell me which Legionnaire you like and why, or even a comic cover, and we can put it on a shirt. So the Legion of Superheroes, the middle one, the Keith Giffen, and the Superboy one with the blue, I've got both of those as well. So I'll be wearing those sometime on the next stream. So yeah, I got those ready to go. And this Monday, we're back with Legion of Superheroes. These are the three we're covering. And these I've already read from before, and I actually own that one with Karate Kid and Princess Projectra and Pharaoh Lad and Nemesis Kid. So I've got that issue. So I'll actually have the actual issue for that one. And I think that's the first Jim Shooter. But we'll talk about that. The shirts I got, of course, are from beardedshirts.com. So please check the link and you can grab some shirts. They've got awesome stuff. So this is the print all over. I've got it on polyester, so it's so vibrant. And it's already been through a wash and it's lost none of its vibrancy or colors. And I mean, some of them are crazy. So they're pretty awesome. Okay, and I think Sean's wearing one as well today. Yeah, Sean looks like he's got his on too. All right, so let's bring Sean in.
Hey, I'm off brand, but it's still a bearded shirt. It's awesome.
Yeah. So I've got that. You've got the big version, the Treasury or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I have it too. Yeah,
whatever. Yeah. I don't know what
Treasury edition.
Okay, because I know they're both
different. It's a tabloid-sized comic.
Tabloid-sized comic,
as opposed to the magazine size.
As opposed to the magazine, yeah. So there you go. All right, let's bring in our Mr. Fancy himself.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
My pants are fancy today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one you got there, Sean. That's the last one since they sent me three, and I had I already bought one. That's the last one. Two more. So there's two more. That one and another one. Yeah, but I love it. That was the marriage of Saturn Girl and Lightning Lad, and it was one of the few of those DC tabloids. Marvel called theirs Treasuries, but were same size. It was one of the few that was not a reprint.
Yeah, it
of
was
all
the
ones ever made. Unfortunately, Vince Coletta inked Mike Grell on it, but it's still what you can do. It's still it was still Grell. So
no scratch and sniff.
Yes, I don't know if mine's polyester or not. How do I tell? But it didn't say it.
You can tell by just I don't know.
Very soft.
It feels
Aren't they all?
Aren't
they all?
It feels. Yeah, you could get cotton if you want cotton on it.
I don't know what I got, but it's very. I just put it. My first one that I've worn that I bought, I actually ordered. That came in the Neil Adams one.
Yep.
I just washed it and it seems okay. I'm drying it. So I'm not gonna put it in the dryer or anything. I'm hanging it up to dry, but looks good.
They're so vibrant.
That's beautiful.
I also got one of these. I didn't show this on the video, which I kind of forgot. Let me see if you'll be able to see it. Do you see behind my Supergirl statues? There's like a Legion of Superheroes thing. How can I get there? You see that? There's it's like a tin. It's shiny, so it's hard to tell. But
what is that? What is that?
It's the Superboy cover. So it's the same. It's basically not a poster, but it's like metal. It's like a metal poster.
Yeah, a metal. Yeah.
I don't know what you call it, but it's the Superboy, the one next to the gasp.
Cool.
So it's that like it's
280
stuff like that.
Oh, you got a medal of that? Where'd you get that at?
They sent it to me.
Oh no, man! I got it. They sell that? I want to order it.
Yeah, so it's like the cover, but it's like a comic
metal sign. Yeah,
I hadn't seen it. Is it new?
It might be new. I got it. So there you go.
Oh my goodness, they got so much. They keep putting out so much new stuff. They're killing me.
You can get cotton too if you want, but polyester lasts a bit longer, and I think it's a bit more vibrant on polyester. So, but I'm not sure. I might try a cotton one just to see. Let's say hello to Chris though, Comic Vet.
Hey,
By the way, they raised so Comics Curing Cancer raised $51,000, just north of $51,000 for the American Cancer Society in those 3 days.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Nice. Excellent.
Now Sean and I are Canadian, so we did point that out on Chris's, because Chris is like, wait a minute, we're in Canada here. And then one of the guys like, don't worry, if the States cures it, they're definitely gonna give it to Canada. And this other guy's like, no, that's happen.
I'd give it to you.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we can, arrange some sort of.
Or you can come. You can just have to come down, live down here with us.
Exactly.
I wouldn't wish this heat on anyone, though.
Yeah, it's. So you should like. Oh yeah, so I posted a poll. Hey FK. So I posted a poll. Which issue did you like the best? And I put a hint next to New Gods.
Yes.
Because I think there's a right and wrong answer.
Yeah, no, New Gods is like one of the best Kirby like comics to me. It's,
like this one that we're doing tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put a hint. I read this. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the best one. It's like
I thought after reading the Jimmy Olsen one, I thought I was going to vote for that, but when I got to New Gods, which I just read right before we came on,
I've always thought like maybe he intended that to be the first issue or something like that. It's just it's so abruptly like, okay, let's go back to the beginning, and it's this really well thought out origin. I'm like, what the heck? I got struck by the music. What happened here?
I don't know if he intended it, but at least that one had Royer linking it, so it helped. So,
yeah,
that one was awesome. I think Forever People this week.
Yeah, it was all right.
That's some good splash pages, but yeah.
Yeah,
I did like Jimmy Olsen though.
Yeah, well, Jimmy as a monster, got back to basics. Jimmy, where he's transformed into some weird.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, but nothing touches that New Gods this week. But we already spoiled it. Yay!
Yeah, well, I mean, the New Gods
anyway.
Insane though, like it's like literally, I'm like, oh, this is bloody awesome. So
yeah, I always thought if they do make a movie, it should be based on that. I like Dark Side Rising Up. We'll get to it, but like it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Tis.
If only somebody were to give this the Peter Jackson treatment. I know a lot of Tolkien's fans said even he screws with things here and there, but still the love and respect given to Lord of the Rings by him can never be disputed, in spite of what he did to King Kong later. Yeah. So if someone were to do, because it's just as rich, and I'm not comparing it to Tolkien, but I'm saying, I don't know, it's a very rich world building thing that he's done with the Fourth World, and it could be just as epic.
Oh yeah, for sure. If in the hands of
mythological, it's like it feels like like a rich myth. So yeah.
It's not happening, and if it happens, it'll all be changed up. We know.
Oh, it'll never happen. I remember that we dodged that bullet so far.
Ava DuVernay, she would have messed it up badly. Oh, she messed up Wrinkle in Time. How do you do that? Like, God, why is there a 40-foot Whoopi? No, not Whoopi. It was Oprah Winfrey. It's like, why?
I didn't watch Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for you, Sean. It wasn't made for me. I'm sorry. It was made for Sean. It wasn't made for me.
I know, but the book was for
everyone. I know, it was half made for Sean. Sorry, Sean.
I guess it would be for me, yeah.
It was half made for you only. It was.
Well, I tried to watch it, but then a hand reached out of the TV, and it was Brie Larson, and she slapped my hand away from the controller, and she used her cosmic powers to keep me from watching it, because it's not for you.
I always blame the studios and all this stuff. Like I just saw somebody saying about the actors and it's Brie Larson, all this. Like, why are we blaming these actors? If they say shit that the studio doesn't like, the studio needs to say, listen, shut your mouth.
Right.
You're not going to promote this movie this way. Stop it. But they agreed with all this. So what do they get? And then they hired. You don't hire someone and get upset over that or whatever, right? It's like,
no, it's the studio's fault for all of this.
It's the studio's fault. That's it.
I'm disappointed that anybody at the Walt Disney Corporation didn't defend the Snow White movie. It's the most important movie that they've ever made. It made animation movies and Disney. So
right.
It's like and when what's the guy's name? From Game of Thrones was carrying on about how Peter Dinklage was carrying on about how like the dwarves were insensitive to him and stuff. It's like, but he was saying stuff that was wrong. They don't live in a cave, and they don't like. They're not mythological creatures. They're literally little people. It's like
also,
they work in a cave. And they get that money to live in their house. That's all it is. You can do a whole story that they're cast away from like villagers, and then have them like join up with them at the end, have an arc or something like that. But they're not offensive. Like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, that entire thing though,
didn't say anything about that. That was my problem with that.
But Petey was a little upset over some casting choices previously with Disney. I forgot what was the movie where he was supposed to be in there. They said no, and then that's why he came out and was like, oh well, this is all offensive and all that because he didn't get a role or something that he was supposed to get. That's what I heard.
Oh, that makes sense.
In the rumor, in the Doomcock rumor zone, whatever.
Well, he could play Oberon if he wasn't such a jerk.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, he's a good actor, so I'm not going to. Again, I mean, I thought, I liked Tyrion. I thought he was like, I guess he's best. He's basically the best character for me. So, but I like House of the Dragon a lot, so I think I like that one more so far. But anyways. Has more dragons in it. Disney found a picture of Paul with Jack Kirby.
Paul McCartney.
Oh, okay.
He was a big comics fan.
Cool.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, he
that is very funny.
He's mentioning that because I mentioned it the other night on the show.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, I can't start doing my jokes because I'll get canceled. I had a lot of jokes for that kind of thing. I'm like, I'm not doing any of them. People can't take a joke anymore.
No.
All right. The Forever People. Numero seven. By the way, did everyone pre-order the Conan and Conan Destroyer Arrow exclusive 4K super release? I did.
I didn't pre-order it. When's it coming out?
January.
I may have to grab
Blu-ray
that
and 4K.
At least I don't have a 4K, but they have a Blu-ray. I might get it.
Blu-ray as well, yeah. And Sean, that Arrow into the video store is $40 on Arrow's on site right now.
Well, it wasn't
in stock.
Expensive before. It's in stock. It's,
right now.
Yeah. Well,
and it's free. It's free shipping.
Good.
God so damn. I didn't even bother. I was like, "Oh, should I order one for Sean?" I'm like, "It's free shipping, so just order it."
I'll just order it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's $40 American, so it's going to be like $60.
That's fine.
We were willing to pay $150 or whatever it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so there you go. All right, Clobby, what's the credits on the Forever People?
Righty. Forever People, volume only, March 1972. Cover artists Jack Kirby and Mike Royer, writer and penciler and editor, the king of comics himself, Jack Kirby. Inker, thank goodness, is Mike Royer, and letters by John Costanza, moonlighting, I do believe, because he was working at Marvel. And there you have it.
All right, the insult, you weakling. Okay.
That made a man.
Yes.
Mac, yeah.
Kick sand in his freaking face.
Razor Ramon, I'm gonna kick sand in your face. He's not gonna kick sand in your face. He's gonna kick your face in the sand.
Yes. yes.
Oh man, there's the High Father, which is
Hiya, Father.
This side.
There he is.
There he is with his cane. Who is the High Father? You'll find out today.
Yes.
So when we get to that issue, I knew nothing. So it was like shocker. It was so good. It was awesome.
All the family relations and all that. Yeah.
I knew Orion. That's it. I didn't know the rest.
Oh yeah.
I actually was stunned with Steppenwolf, like completely stunned. I'm like, oh, is that the relationship?
Yeah.
All right. So there's the Father of Highness. Save them, High Father. He's like, yes, I must save. So the Forever People last week, I know everyone's watching these for sure. Nobody's skipping ahead. Everyone's watching all of my live streams. But if in case you forgot, all of the Forever People were nailed with those. I think they were the Omega beams.
Yep.
And
the Omega beams.
Now we're going to see the Alpha beams. So let's get to this awesome.
I just want to say one thing. It's weird.
Yeah, go for
back
it.
to that. So you see his teeth there. That's all lip on my version.
Oh, that's so weird.
And like his mouth is closed, but the way it's drawn, I think that this is correct. I think it may be miscolored here as teeth.
Oh yeah.
Because there's no line closing up the mouth there, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think it probably at that time maybe just got miscolored. I don't know.
Yeah,
interesting. So they fixed it, right?
I guess they thought they fixed it. I would have kept all blemishes and everything else, but that's just
I wouldn't fix any of it because it's just weird. Like I don't like this. Let's go back and change things around or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even like when they colorize black and white movies. I hate that.
I always
hate that.
Yeah.
You know that like Werewolf by Night special they did on Disney Plus, which I thought
they're
was pretty cool.
colorizing.
Yeah, the
Colorized. I don't want to see. I thought it was pretty decent. I don't want to see anything colorized.
Yeah.
No. Plus, I really like black and white. Like there's movies like you watch, like we just watched All About Eve. We've seen it 100 times, but we rewatched it on Blu-ray. Holy shit. It's like super clear and the blacks are really like nice.
Yeah.
And same with like Casablanca and stuff. When you watch some of these old movies on Blu-ray, the contrasts are super cool. 12 Angry Men is awesome.
Yeah.
Which one?
Hunter in the Night.
Hunter in the Night. Okay.
Yeah.
On Blu-ray?
I'm sure it's on Blu-ray, but I have the DVD of it.
I have the DVD. I might have the DVD. I'm not sure if I have the DVD.
Yeah.
I may have borrowed that one from the library.
Oh yeah.
Yes, my library does have DVDs and Blu-rays. So there you go. Okay. So now I don't think we've seen Highfather interacting with the Forever People yet, have we?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
So this little chap comes, Hi Father, we need, help me out. Don't worry, I will find the Forever People and do cool stuff. You stay here, okay? And then like he puts his fist out. They kind of do a little fist pump or whatever. Yeah, and I like him bending down. And then the Forever People, whoa! So turns out the beams displace them in time. This is like the Weeping Angels or whatever of Doctor Who.
Yep. Exactly. Well, Moffat was a big comic book reader, I'd just say.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility.
The show he did called Coupling on BBC years before that.
No.
It was a great show. They constantly referenced not only Doctor Who, way before he got onto Doctor Who, every comics and Star Wars and Star Trek, nonstop. And it was a really good show.
Now.
Coupling is a brilliant comedy, but it was when Stephen Moffat was a really good writer. It's sort of semi-autobiographical about himself when he was younger, and you think it's just like a relationship comedy. It's only 6 episodes, or maybe 8 each. I can't remember 2 seasons, but it's one of the funniest damn shows I've ever seen.
Yeah, I found. I will check it out. We just finished watching World on Fire, which is a World War II show. I really liked it. I thought it was really
cool.
Really good.
Nice.
Yeah, well done. Anyways, okay, so these guys are about to see Lincoln get assassinated here. So they just appeared and they look all funky with their clothes. So, they're whispering, okay, we got to, blend in a bit more. So Dream Girl or Dreamer, sorry, makes them look like they fit in. And there's Lincoln.
Yep.
Getting ready to get shot.
That
was an interesting.
How'd that get there? And we got a cool ad.
Got an ad for this cool
There you go. It's cool something. Cars.
Cool something or other cars.
Yep. I love this page right here. Kirby drawing Lincoln.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, look at that. That's really cool. And so it's like, okay, we've got to get out of here now. They start to overhear. Oh, sorry. We'll get back to that. Sorry, that's not that. Then Viking is here with like what? Like the friggin' Spartans or something, or where? Oh, Romans, right?
I think it was right at Ponce de Leon. It was like.
Oh, right. That's it.
Yeah, and he's. They keep calling him. I'm not going to say it.
They keep calling him the color,
which is his name, but he never tells them it's his, well, as in the, but he just says, my name is, my name is Viking. He didn't tell him that he's also sees the, they're calling. I'm not going to say because we know how they're saying it.
Right.
They're saying it in the bad way, not in the explanation.
Maybe not even in the pejorative. Maybe the sense that people back then they were, he was like, he happens to be a person that's black.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe that, I don't know, but they weren't very nice, so probably.
Yeah, so he beats them up, and he puts on his helmet, and it's like, what's going on here? It's like, well, I found, I've got this, I found some hidden minerals or something. It's just like, okay, I don't know. I was getting lost in this issue. I'm like, what is happening? Like, I know they're just going to come back anyway, so this was just kind of like
filler sort of like
this is a filler issue. I still liked it because it looks cool. And I like the interactions, but it didn't further the story. So I was like, anyway, so Big Bear pops in. So now they're together. And then this is funny. He like plops right on the guy. And he's like, medieval dawn, man. It's like Celtic or Saxon. He's like, what the hell is this guy doing here? He gets up. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, let me fix my little translator thing here. It's like, okay.
And Bear just doesn't give a crap. They can't do anything to him.
No.
He just wants he's a history buff, so he wants to watch the Romans.
Yeah.
So they're going to have a battle here or something, right? Is that it's like?
Yes.
He grabs their weapons, and like, this is so weird. He just throws them all through this tree, and it's like they're all just like stuck, and then he lifts up this big boulder, and he's like sitting on it. They're like, "Oh, release our weapons, you demon!" And it's like,
he's just putting us a place to sit. Yeah,
you just need a place to sit. Yeah.
You guys got any popcorn?
Yeah. And here come the.
That's awesome.
God, that looks so cool.
That's cool. Look at that. It's like all the guys marching. This is the.
I can hear the Evil Dead music.
Oh my gosh! Yes. I hear the Conan music. Dun, dun,
There you go.
Nice. I've got a 3 CD version of that soundtrack that has every piece of music in the movie.
Well, it's
awesome.
It's one of the greatest soundtracks of them all.
It is my favorite soundtrack and my favorite movie.
Really?
So,
what was your favorite movie? No kidding.
Conan the Barbarian, that movie is my favorite movie of all time. It was my first tattoo. It's my entire shelf back there. I bought all of the new figures. I've got 5 on pre-order from the movie. I love it.
They got still coming out with more figures from the movie?
Oh, there's tons. I've got them all.
Wow.
I'll put them at the end. I'll put them up on. I'll share them on the screen. They're awesome.
I did not know that was your favorite movie.
Yep, and my favorite soundtrack and everything. And I have every. Like, I like Conan the Destroyer as well. I know.
Problem.
It's
it's As
a little kid, I liked it better because it was more venturing, right?
I was gonna say FKH brought up the song that came in my head because it always looks like that, like where there's a whip, there's a way from one of the Rankin Bass. No, not Rankin Bass. Was it? Yeah, one of the Rankin Bass Lord of the Rings movies.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it was Return of the King or something.
Or
like that.
Maybe.
I don't think I'm not. I don't think I own those. There's Hobbit and Return of the King.
I thought you did.
No.
They released DVDs of them. I don't know if there's Blu-rays, but
there's no Blu-rays. The DVDs are still available. I might have one of them.
Yeah.
Return of the King.
Return of the King. There you go.
I have Lord of the Rings, the Bakshi on Blu-ray, so that one I have.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, now if you remember, Seraphan was actually one of the guys that didn't get hit.
Didn't get hit with the mega beam, so
yeah.
He's
so he was
Justifiers,
right? And now his vehicle, it was basically Big Bear. Well, I don't know if it's Big Bear's vehicle, but the vehicle they had, the Dreadnoks friggin' vehicle thing, transformed into this little base that could protect itself, and they were shooting and whatnot. So now he takes out one of his little capsule thingies. And throws in. It's like boom.
Something wagon. The what wagon?
Yeah. It's not the Whiz Wagon. The Whiz Wagon's the other thing. I don't know what this. I can't.
Not wagon. It's what is that thing called? Oh, I can't remember now. It's all right.
I can't remember either.
They say it later.
They'll say it later when they find it again. So he's fighting against the Justifiers, who are just wicked. Like, as I'm reading all of these comics, I keep picturing the action figures in my mind, and I keep figuring what a lost opportunity this all was.
Yeah,
a Super Cycle. That's what it is.
okay,
Super
cool.
Cycle.
Super Cycle. There you go.
And that looks
Nice.
like a great vehicle they could make a toy out of, but they never did.
Oh yeah, they would
I would've-
have. In different times, there's no question. All this stuff would have got toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish like 5 POA is good enough for me for this kind of thing. It would have been really neat to have all of this stuff. Anyways, so they're shooting. Bang, bang, bang. And then this is Glorious Godfrey, who now thinks, he thinks he got him. We got him. He's definitely dead. 100%. He's dead for sure. That's it. That's it. It's over. This is it. Like
Michael Jackson.
This is it. No, God, no. Is there going to be another one? No. This is Michael. Yes. Is there going to be another one? No. This is
it.
This is it.
I remember you telling me about that movie, and you're like, he says this is it 80 times in that movie.
He does. My wife and I went to go see it. It's like, but I'll tell you something. That guy was a perfectionist. They're standing there they're setting the show up, and they're like, and Michael comes over, he's like, this doesn't sound right. And they're like, well, what should it sound like? And he literally, I think he had the album. He's like, it should sound like this album that people bought. That's what it needs to sound like. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. It's like
they always embellish stuff at these concerts, right? So
yeah, it goes, it needs to sound like the effing album that they bought. Like, anyways, so the High Father. So now the High Father, he's like, oh, yeah, put me through some Omega beams. I'll raise you the Alpha beams.
The Alpha beams, yeah.
They all shoot out. All right, guys. Well, thanks for that. Party. That was great. It's great. Blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, wait, she's sensing that this guy here's what's his face? What's the guy's
John
name?
Wilkes
Well,
Booth.
John Wilkes Booth.
Looks just like
I have no idea. I don't know what he looks like.
Yeah, they took pictures and stuff. So that is what he looks like.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So now he's gonna shoot, and then the art is great.
And then they evaporate in the Kirby dots. And he's like,
I was so happy to see that, and they're the dots that I'm using in my background. I was so happy about that.
And they're green too. So
I'm not sure I doubt he said any of the things that Jack has him say here after he gets rid of them to go up the stairs. But I don't know.
Yeah.
In fact, from all accounts, he was very nervous. Obviously,
right.
Since he was about to,
he didn't say I'm here to do the business. I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's business, or whatever. From the Mansons.
Since no one was with him in those stairs, I don't know.
Yeah.
Farewell, Mr. Lincoln. I mean, come on, Jack. You've been hanging around Stan too long, Jack.
Yeah, that's
I would never say that to his face.
So okay, now these guys are trying to sword in the stone here. Whoever pulls their weapon out shall be king. When I was in high school, I owned about 500 VHS tapes. So I owned about 500 VHS tapes, and there was this guy, long hair, big metal rocker guy, and I said, he overheard me talking. I was like, oh, I've got 500 movies, and he's like, oh yeah, and I was like, yeah. He's like, do you own Conan the Barbarian? I was like, yes, I do. And he's like, do you own Excalibur? I'm like, of course. And he's like, all right. And then that was the approval. I got the approval from the stoner metal guys. I was so happy, and they're totally cool with me. All right, this guy's good.
And back in those days, there were only 500 VHSs. So
there weren't very many.
So he had them all.
With you.
I was like Lucas from The Wizard. It's like I own all 97 of them, the Nintendo games.
Yeah, at the time, yeah.
Lucas, man, best character in cinema.
I love the Power Glove. It's so bad. Yeah.
It's so bad. And then he said, "Just keep your Power Gloves off her, pal."
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've seen that movie many a time. Yeah.
Which one?
All right. The Wizard. The Wizard.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was Nintendo's way of tricking kids into watching a family drama because it has almost nothing to do. they place all their products in the movie, but it's all about this kid who's catatonic after his mother died, and is
No, it's
looking
not.
for
It's his twin
California.
sister, Sean.
Oh yeah.
Oh
The
my
sister,
God! How did you forget that plot point? It's like that's the whole California,
and he stuck a
California.
picture in one of those dinosaurs or whatever.
Yeah, which is just going to be taken down like 5 minutes. Even as a kid, I'm like, they're just going to remove that. Like,
yeah.
this is so stupid. Anyways,
And,
Christian Slater's in it, so that therefore it's
yes,
good.
well, that's the star power there. So
That's the star. Yeah,
and
well, and
Bo
Bo
Bridges
Bridges.
or whatever.
Yeah, and Fred Savage. There's people in this movie.
Yeah.
It's good. So then Big Bear gets hit. And then Viking gets hit as well. So Viking's about to lead them to some treasures or something, right? And then he gets nailed.
Sorry, boys. Go find your own treasure.
God damn it. I'm supposed to get paid around here. Why am I not getting paid? So then they all
love him. They all love him at the end. They're like, "Oh, yeah, thanks for showing us this way." And they call him Viking and all that, right? So,
yeah, but then they collapse and die here. Oh.
yeah.
Well, they're all race car drivers, anyways.
Well,
So
yeah.
I mean, they I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
So they all met up and that's the way I say it.
I don't blame you.
They're all race car drivers because then you could say they're race,
well done.
racers instead of the ers. You can replace that. So boom, and then they come out. Boom, the cycle's back, and it's like everything's good. Seraphan, yeah, we gotta get that guy.
Find him, yeah.
Now he's been transported to Japan, and there's the mother box, and I was actually sad.
This was sad.
So is Sonny Sumo actually done? Is he not? Like, I guess he's not. Is he not coming back?
I don't know.
I was
I
really
don't remember
sad.
him like.
I hardly ever remembered him other than seeing in this, so I don't think so. I mean, Jack's got enough characters. I guess he didn't feel like messing with him.
Yeah. So he gets the mother box, which was Sonny's, and there's a monument to him, and he's dead. I'm like, oh man, that sucked.
Yeah.
Because I liked him a lot. I thought he was awesome.
I thought it was a cool ending, though.
It was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
life as a hero in the ancient
Japan,
age,
Yeah.
so, like a legend, right? So,
yeah, that's awesome.
yeah.
All right, it's like Captain America. Moon Monster, gotta order one of them. I'm definitely ordering a moon. And then Lonar the Barbarian, or Lonar the Librarian. I should have done that. Have the L's. I am Lonar, a He-Man figure. I'm from New Genesis, and Thunderer's my horse. And later there'll be Thundar, but right now it's Thunder.
I should have known, by the way. Final Crisis brings him back and screws around with a poor old Sonny.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. You can't keep a good character dead. You have to resurrect him and make him shit. So
yeah.
Unless you're Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
He's the only one that stayed dead.
Die.
Of all things, Final Crisis. Yeah.
No.
So this is Orion, right?
Yep.
And it's like, oh my God, you found this awesome horse. Like, it is awesome. It's like a Silver Surfer horse.
Yeah.
It's like, you have found a Silver Surfer horse. Yes, I think it's from 616, but it made its way here. Indeed, the survivor of that garbage company is here. No, it wasn't garbage at this time. The horse knew that later it would become garbage, so it left.
Yeah, what a Lonar and this awesome horse. Like, God, like that.
Yeah, this guy's the best.
I like this guy.
Yeah, this guy's badass, man.
What's funny,
But it doesn't like him.
We've only seen two-page stories with this guy, and he gets the horse, and then here he's just riding around, and I think he's awesome. He hasn't done anything yet.
He looks cool.
He looks cool.
The horse is damn cool.
The horse is really
Love
cool.
that cool.
Yeah.
Everyone likes horses anyways. It's like they're just epic.
Yeah.
I feel like anyone on a horse is automatically cooler.
Yes. I've ridden a horse in ages, maybe 30 years.
Oh man. Yeah, so once people stopped riding horses, they turned to smoking to look cool, and then that was it.
That was it. Now that's gone. So.
And now that's gone. So I don't know. There's nobody who looks cool anymore. Now everyone's just like a loser.
No.
So that's it for this one. Lonar, and then we have what is this? Starman. Oh, Starman or Sandman?
Sandman.
Oh no, Starman's in the corner here, but this is a Sandman tale. Sorry,
Sandman Sandy, I guess.
Yeah, Sandman.
Yes.
Sandman.
Yeah.
A Kirby classic. Awesome. I like to flip through these since we're here.
Oh, yeah, they're always fun.
Just take a look at them. I felt so bad about Alan Scott dying that I put out my my figure out on my.
Oh, cool. Was that new one?
That's the new one, yeah.
Claude got that. I probably need to get that.
And then
I have a few, but
there you're not gonna be able to see it, but there, do you see him flying up? That's a statue.
oh, nice. Oh, nice. I can see almost see it. Yeah, I can
kind of
make
see
it
it,
out.
right?
Love it.
Yeah,
I have a couple of the figures of the real deal Alan Scott, of course.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so that is that one. Next one is Jimmy Olsen 146, which is like a lot of fighting and a lot of monsters. So let's.
Yes. Yes, indeed. So we have Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, volume only, number 146, February 1972. Cover artists: Jack Kirby, Mike Royer, Murphy Anderson.
And
Gaspar
we're gonna
Noé.
look at the unaltered version. We're gonna look at the original Star Wars.
Of course. Writer, penciler, editor, King of Comics, of course, Eddie Nelson Bridwell, and inker Mike Royer, and letterer Mike Royer. So Mike got some double paycheck on that one. Good deal, Mike.
Nice. I've been reading the Golden Age Green Lantern series, and the lettering is awful. Lettering, like it's like going off, like it's like they can't fit it in the bubble, and it's just like the lettering. You don't know,
They didn't have letterers back then.
Yeah,
Like artists did it. Yeah.
Wow.
It's awful because and Sean knows this because Sean and I used to work or volunteer at a TV studio, and Sean was the director of this show, and I don't know, was it you who told me, because I was doing audio at the time, and I think I don't know if you told me this or somewhere you're like audio.
Yeah, I told you.
Okay, you told me that. Nobody notices it when it's good. They only notice when it's bad.
When it's bad, yeah.
Right, because it's like if you're expected to turn on a TV show and hear clear audio.
Yeah,
right.
You take it for granted, and you only notice it when there's a screw up.
Right. Yeah. So I remember you, and I was like, okay, so don't screw it up, which I never did. Don't screw it up.
My only Golden Age comic that I own is Green Lantern number 20.
Oh,
awesome.
Wow.
It's not in great shape. I got it for like $20 at the con in the 80s.
Green Lantern number 20,
volume 1, of course.
1940 something, probably.
45-ish.
45-ish. Let's see. I just want to take a look at it.
Not in great shape either. If I went and pulled that thing out and that's been there so long, it might fall apart.
All right, we're gonna find it afterwards. I want to see what it looks like because I've got them all on digital. All right, so this is Jimmy Olsen, who was transformed last issue, and I like that they're going back, like Jack's going back, because this is a super duper Jimmy Olsen trope. Like you flip through those old Jimmy Olsens, like, oh look, he's a giant. Oh look, he's a mushroom. Oh look, he's a turtle.
He's a
turtle. He's like, there's one I read where the 4 versions of him, right? What was that? That was one of the Legion stories that we covered, where there's the 4 versions of him, and there's all different Legionnaires, and they're all tricking him. and you're like, and those are actual things he turned into, though.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Olsen, this is just a battle book. Like it's just like there's Mokari and Simeon. They're trying to shoot him. He's just busting shit up. I mean, this is gonna be fast. It's like bang, bang. They shoot him again. They finally nail him, and this kind of knocks him out. So they tranquilize him.
But Mockery mocks Simeon, and then so Simeon shoots, but Mockery can't help but notice that he shot more vehemently when he was in the way, like Mockery was there or something. So
right.
So Mockery's like, oh, I know, is it the insult, and he's like, experimenters take risks even with humor, Mockery, and then that's it. You don't know if there's tension there between the two or.
Oh, there's tension.
Yeah.
These guys, they don't, they don't like each other. They want to.
Yeah.
They're gonna fight it out. I don't know. I have no idea. So they're like, yeah. So they talk it out. They're like, all right, he's knocked out. That's good. Everything's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I have a question for you guys because I don't know if this is just a. Okay, I saw the Green Lantern issue, Clobby. I found it.
Yeah, I found it too. I found.
Yeah, I found it with Doiby
Doiby
Dickles. Doiby Dickles.
Oh, yeah.
But so I have a question for you guys on this issue. If the big guys, they shrank when they went into the evil prod, or what's it called? I forgot what the evil one is called.
Evil Factory.
Evil Factory.
Yeah.
Wouldn't Scrapper shrink too to be even smaller?
I guess he didn't have to. I don't know. Maybe he did shrink proportionately. I'm not sure. I guess so.
Because then he would be even tinier than them, right? But he's the same.
I
They're the
just had
same.
the impression those two shrank, and that was it.
Yeah.
Because they were hit by rays or something, right?
Yeah, but wasn't he in his hat? Like, wouldn't he shrink too?
No, I thought he was outside of, doing a reconnaissance or something like that.
Oh, that's possible.
Yeah.
That's possible. That is possible. Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't remember if there was an explanation or if it's just they just didn't even think about it.
Maybe it only shrinks so far. I don't know.
Yeah. If you're already 2 inches tall, then you just remain that, and if you're not, you're. Okay, so we got back to Dublex.
Yeah, Double X. I like him.
Dublex.
Who has a creepy line here. He's like, with a beautiful volunteer like Miss Terry Dean, who knows what
wonders I could. Yeah, buddy, Double X. Hey, Double.
Yeah.
Double X has needs too, like everyone.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. So I hate the fact that they put the end they put the end stream button next to the comments button.
Okay.
Like I almost ended the stream just now by like trying to look at the comments. And
that's like that movie at the end of I think it's what was it called? Monsters versus Aliens? Is that the name of it? The CGI movie.
Oh, that CGI one, I didn't watch it.
At the end of it, the president wants coffee, and they're in an underground bunker. There's a giant red button that says coffee and a giant red button that says nuclear holocaust. And
that is funny.
And so he presses the nuclear holocaust button by accident. He's like, who put the buttons next to each other?
I like in Buckaroo Banzai where he's like,
yeah,
the president's online is like, is everything okay with the aliens in Planet 10, or should we just go ahead and blow up Russia? He's like, tell him yes on one and no on two. And he's like, what was yes? Destroy Russia?
Destroy Russia? Yeah.
And then he doesn't go back to confirm it, so he just walks off.
Yeah, it was great. I love it. Love that movie.
It's like, what was number 2? Destroy Russia? All right, so he's trying out all of his different powers on her, I guess. Like,
whoa, defying gravity there, aren't they?
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're defying gravity. Superman's like, I do it all the time. Ha ha ha. It's like, I must sit here and think about all the cool stuff I can do. It's like, why? It's like, guys, can I come out of the basement? Like, why am I trapped in here?
Why am I down here?
It's Evil Dead 2. Join us. Join us. It's like, yeah, sure, Guardian, you can come out of the basement now. It's like, so what's going on here? It's like, the war between Eugenesis and Apocalypse now involves the project. So Superman is in the know, of course. He knows about the boom tube stuff. He met the Forever people.
So this project it eventually becomes Project Catamus, right? Like but they don't say this here.
No,
I don't know.
I think it eventually does. It's pretty much what they later becomes Cadmus.
When you look up the Project Cadmus, you get all these characters, like on Google and stuff. You get all these characters in it. So I'm like, I guess that's what it is. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
They use that a lot in Supergirl, the TV series.
Yeah, it's used in everything. It's in the Justice League cartoon, and
it's just like an easy go-to.
But it's always bad. It's always a bad
Yeah, they're always bad. Well, in the Supergirl, it was Luther's mom, who's the head of it.
Yeah, Amanda Waller was part of it. The Justice League cartoon was running it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so it's always some evil woman or whatever.
Yeah.
Can't give them a corporation, see what happens. And they always say it always means evil. An evil corporation? No. All right, there's a light up ahead. It's growing brighter and brighter. Boom. Here comes the whiz wagon. So now the whiz wagon has appeared into the evil factory. An evil factory?
Yeah.
So they smash through. And now they get Mokari and Simeon capture the thing and put it on this conveyor belt and literally send it into this like tube. It's like they're cremating it basically. Like they're just gonna melt it down.
Yep.
And then the other guys, they've got Jimmy, so he's still tranquilized and still a monster. And they're driving him this way. This is a really fun thing because they're like, well, if we go this way, there's all these creatures, so no one's going to try to take a shot at us because they might shatter a glass and one of these creatures will come up.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, when Sean read this part, he texted me, he's like, I guarantee no creatures will break out of this. I was like, I don't know, Sean. I think they might break out, but you're like very adamant that nothing would happen. I was like, okay. But no, you were proven wrong, unfortunately.
Never.
I always like playing this game where it's like the most obvious. It's like soon as I saw this, like, oh, that's they're breaking out of that in 2 seconds.
This will never happen. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
We ran right past how proud we should all be of ourselves for not making a joke about the title.
What was the? Oh, I didn't. What was the title?
You might not want to show it.
Oh, is it a weird one? Oh, let's look at it. I'm not monetized.
But still, okay.
Well, I hope it's disastrous. Yeah.
Because
I saw it. Yeah.
My first instinct was say, let's leave Alan Scott out of this, but
Here, we can hear it. Look, if I do it like this on the screen, you're like, wait a minute, what's going on down there?
Whoa! Who you calling it? Oh.
That's like Austin Powers, the shiitake mushrooms or whatever.
Cheap jokes, but easy.
A homeowner.
Back then, I mean, it didn't really,
No, stop it, Sean.
Jack did it again on the comic called Silver Star too.
Oh my God.
No, yeah.
All right, so here's these creatures which you know are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he woke
Poor
up.
choice of words coming out.
Yes.
Olsen, jump, Scrapper, jump, nothing. I'm flying.
Incredible Jimmy.
Yeah, the Incredible Jimmy picks up this thing and starts smashing crap.
Stuff. Yeah, and then he beats up that saber-tooth tiger too.
Saber-tooth tiger.
I love that shot. That panel right there with the saber-tooth tiger. Only Kirby can make a saber-tooth tiger look like a monster.
Yeah. So it comes out. It's like, whoa! And he smashed it. Yeah, like he literally pounded it. He just pounded the crap.
And he does like a Tarzan thing.
Yeah. So there you go. And then he walked off like a boss. It's like, so Flippa wakes up. Take the controls. Takes the controls. It's like, wow. So they're trying to get out of this jam here.
I thought that was pretty awesome. So he's tried everything, and he's like, you know what? Let me do this Hail Mary pass. He throws a bomb, like he launches a bomb underneath the car, and it blows the car out of the way. That's awesome. Listen.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool, man.
They've really made Flippa into a very cool character. He's not just a tag along. He's not just a diversity hire.
It's, like they use his specialty a lot, but here it's like it's not a water thing, and yet he comes up with an idea, right?
Yeah, he's just smart.
Yeah.
That's one of the things too. I like when there's like smart characters, and it's not just like you're not playing. We call like the D&D guys call it playing your character sheet, which is like people always check their sheet. Oh, what can I do? It's like you can do anything you want. Like it's you know what I mean? It's like this guy's a smart character. He doesn't just have to do the water things.
Yeah,
it's like oh, it's a water thing. Okay, well, Flippa will do it. It doesn't. It's not like that.
Yeah.
So this is pretty cool, though. So I mean, and the Whiz Wagon, when it was, I'm like, well, they're not going to melt this thing, obviously, because that'd be weird. So they break out, and here they come. Whoa, run! They're like, Flip! What the hell happened? He's like, welcome back, Cotter. We got a real nightmare here. And it's like boom, and then here comes the whoosh, and everyone's like jumping out. This guy's like, oh my God, he's like super like flipping out of the way here. I love these. I love mayhem.
Yeah, yow.
This is the typical Kirby mayhem. Like everyone's like,
Yeah,
like,
action-packed issue.
Yeah, and there's like a guy in like the corner, like, yeah.
But why aren't they standing around in a lunch facility, like or Starbucks, talking about their feelings?
Yeah, I know.
Their fifis.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, one thing I don't like in superhero comics is action.
No. Or monsters or silly machines and all that stuff. So
Right.
It's so 70s.
I know.
Whoa.
I know. Look at this craziness.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
So Sean, you were wrong. All these broke out. No.
Yeah. And Jimmy riding on Mastodon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he's got this big giant club that he's got now.
But how do you feel about riding that poor animal, Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy, stop right there. Tell us about your feelings in your relationships. Are you sad that you never found someone? Like, what is going on? Like,
Yes.
How do you feel about subjugating a poor creature like this?
well, that's not even funny because that actually would be the dialogue.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, it would, yeah. It would
Yeah.
be.
That's not even like I'm joking around. Like that's the real dialogue it would be.
Yeah, no, that's the real one. Yeah.
I was gonna do this. I was gonna do this because I've been doing a lot of fun stuff with Photoshop just for practice.
Yeah.
And I was gonna rewrite some comics and make them like modern. I was gonna like take this.
I'm
That'd
just
be
people
pretty
finger
funny.
wagging everything. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? It's just not worth it because it's happening now. Like it's happening in comics now. So it's not even me making fun of it. I would just be replicating what they're actually doing now anyway.
Yeah.
So there's no humor in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it's true. It's like it's not satire. Well, it is satire, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like you know what I mean? Like I mean, somebody might actually think, oh, is that real? Like, oh,
Yeah,
is that
that's another problem.
right? Like,
They go, did Kirby draw that? Well,
yeah, did he draw that?
really, or someone draws really like Jack Kirby, but instead of all that dumb action,
yeah, like cut out all of this part and just have him talking.
we want to know. We want to know about Flippa Dippa's, sex life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, what's going on?
Joe, what's up,
Hey,
buddy?
Joe.
Oh, Richard Mall.
Hey, Richard.
No
Oh,
kidding.
no.
I didn't know that.
Oh man,
Oh,
No.
yeah, he did
Well,
Harvey.
he was
He did
in-
Harvey Dent's voice. Yeah,
and he was in Sword and the Sorcerer, which
Yeah.
not too long ago we covered on
Right.
our fantasy stream.
Yeah. House.
Oh, House. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Flintstones.
And he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. Okay. So it's just mayhem. I mean, it's just like I don't know what to say. Like this is just like an action book.
Yeah.
This would have been the best one of the night. The thing is that the next one has action and a lot of cool like world building
stuff.
And people always say world building, and it's I'm almost ready to puke when I hear it.
Yeah.
But this was real world building,
It's
which
real
you're going
deal,
to see. You're gonna understand. This next comic coming up is one that you can just print it off and use it as an example when you see someone else say world building, and then you can present that comic and say, well, what about this comic, and see what they think.
Kirby. Yep, absolutely. Hey,
Hey,
RTNZ. What's up, buddy?
Sword and Sorcery,
Can't wait.
yeah.
Yeah, that was the same guy that played Matt Houston. What happened to that dude? Lee Horsley.
Yeah, Matt Houston. I used to watch Matt Houston, and I love Sword and the Sorcerer. That's a great Albert Pion movie. That's probably his best, and then second best is Nemesis, Part 1.
I remember that.
Okay, and I mean, so again, he breaks out. They try to shut the door. They try to shut the door on him, but he puts
won't
this
let
thing
him.
to be smart.
Yeah.
He's still Jimmy.
I'm still Jimmy Olsen.
Anyone see the relaunched Night Court? No.
There's like 0% chance I would ever watch that.
I've seen some of it. It's whatever. The thing is, you can't compare anyways because Night Court was retooled several times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I will watch Frasier. I like so Chado said that the first couple were. He goes, the first one was okay, but the second one was a bit better.
Frasier?
Yeah,
On
Frasier. Yeah,
I should watch the Shadow thing because that's right up his wheelhouse. It's a sitcom.
sitcom.
So
He
you've
said
got
it. He said the first episode was like okay, but
Yeah.
the second one was actually good.
Okay.
So I like Frasier. I really like the old show. I like Cheers as well.
Yeah, good stuff.
So I like both. I'll give it. He's earned my viewership for at least a few episodes to give him a chance.
Yeah, good. I love Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, I'll give him a
I
chance.
guess
Can
he
I
needs
be-
a paycheck or something. I don't know. It's like,
What?
Yeah,
do
Rick
your
Jamal,
Frasier, man.
What did he have, a divorce or something?
Oh yeah, okay. No, I then I take it back.
I have no
What?
idea.
No, I'm just saying, did he? If he did, that would mean needing money.
I think well he did, but I don't know how many divorces he's had.
Hey, could that be reached?
And it could not.
All
Yeah.
right. So more action fighting. Grabs this. So he grabs this Kirby machine. That's what the official. It literally says, if you can read the text on here, it says, Jimmy grabs a Kirby machine. I don't know. It's a little bit weird. It does take you out of the comic, but you understand what. Shockmaster, yeah, John. That one's for you, buddy. I know you.
I love that subscription. I love that subscription ad.
Man, how I'd love to
More DC comics.
subscribe. Let's see. I would subscribe to Action Adventure, Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane. I do all of these.
All the superhero titles, all the superhero titles.
Yep, I agree. None of the romance titles.
I get the All-Star Western and Adventure.
Okay. Tarzan.
Tarzan, yes, and Skorak, son of Tarzan.
Oh, yeah, got to get that
What's
too.
weird is, Tarzan, when DC started doing it, they took it up from Gold Key, and they just kept the same numbering.
They kept the same numbering.
They
Yeah.
continued that numbering.
Marvel, like a-holes, just renumbered it.
They
from
renumbered it,
one.
yeah.
I have the entire Marvel run of Tarzan.
I like that one, though, but John Buscema?
Yeah, they're pretty neat. I know people say they're not that good, but I like them a lot.
I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Tarzan's not a woman in it, so there's that.
It's just Tarzan
That's
stories,
true.
man. Yeah.
It's taken from books. It's from books. Yeah.
Or it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not Sheena. We should make him a woman, Sheena.
Damn it.
What, have they done that before? Yeah, like some of us weren't born like 2 weeks ago. Like, dude.
Yeah, remember they're saying they wanted to do Zorro and have a female. I'm like, first of all, Black Whip did that 100 years ago in what, 30s or early 40s?
The 40s, yeah.
40s, and then number two is we already had Queen of Heart or Queen of Swords.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was the female Zorro.
Just make your own character then if you're gonna do this.
And Queen of Swords was her own character.
Yeah,
she
it
wasn't
was
just it was just a Zorro clone.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I watched Queen of Swords. It's like it was goofy. You watch it was a goofy show.
In the Topps comics for Zorro, they had Lady Rawhide, and for whatever reason, because it was the Bad Girl era, her first appearance was like stratospherically high at the time. Now it's nothing. You could buy it at a dollar bin, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Okay, so we're concluding here on more action. So so Jimmy moved the Kirby machine laser thing, and then he gets nailed, and then here comes the wagon, and then kaboom here, and then the wagon's like smash over here, and Jimmy's smashed over here.
To be continued.
And then to be continued with Superman in Supertown.
Yes.
So here we go. What was this one? Where we get it? Oh, the DNA project. Let's talk about this.
This was awesome.
this is
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah, Aaron the Armored Man.
Yes.
Mhm.
I don't know if they ever. Let me see if they used him again. I can't remember really.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That could not be reached. They already did it. And it's what's her name? It's Tiger Woman. I can't remember her name. What is her name? Tiger Woman. Let's look it up.
You're a big fan because you talked her up to me. You're like,
I love Tiger Woman. I gotta tell you.
yeah. No,
Also-
but the actress. I can't remember her name, but yeah.
Oh, Linda Sterling. That's it.
yeah.
Yeah, she's great. And I love Tiger Woman. Did you buy Tiger Woman?
Hmm?
Oh, Sean. Sean's on mute. Anyways, yeah. So Aaron the Armored Man. Linda Sterling, that's it. Yeah. So this is so cool. They created this guy, and they just sent him off into space.
Yeah, I didn't buy Tiger Woman.
Yeah.
I heard you ask the question when I left. Yeah.
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 Yeah. So they create this guy and then send him off for adventures. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. What's gonna happen? We don't know. He has a backpack and
can we steal this character?
I guess you could, because I can't even find anything on him. I forgot. I haven't read this issue in 30-something years, so I don't even remember this. It's brand new to me.
He's
and I
not
love
in
him.
Who's Who.
He's awesome. No, he's not.
It's like a forgotten character. He was introducing guys in these backups, and it's like, some of them I don't even think that they brought him back. You know.
Yeah, like. No, I'm serious. Like, can we steal this character? There's a lot of characters, but I actually started making notes today on how to take the Alan Scott Green Lantern, because I think Guaranteed All-American and Green Lantern #1, they got to be in the public domain by this point, because Superman, Superman, not at this point. Sorry, when's Superman going to be public domain?
I know, but it's not really public domain. It is, but the thing is that, like, as long as they've been using the character continuously all this time.
You can do whatever's in the first issue. And the first issue,
the likeness and I guess the costume's different enough.
I found a write-up on him.
Oh, nice. Is he still around?
Let's see.
This is a Kirby classic. I didn't read this. It wasn't in my.
Yeah.
I didn't read this. It wasn't in my thing. It's an old Newsboy Legion
project. I think he came back one of those Cadmus things. History. Appearances. There we go. Okay, appearances. Tom Scioli brought him back in one of those superpowers things he did.
Well, yeah.
He might be the only one. It might be the only one that ever used him.
Yeah, comic.
So you're allowed to use
at like renewing copyrights like that, but like sometimes he just miss guys.
You're allowed to use anything in #1.
Okay.
So for example, Green Lantern, it's way different than what we know, because I'm rereading it. So this meteorite falls that has the green like energy in it, and there's 3 predictions. It's like life, death, and power. So this guy fashions it into this lamp, and then it gives them a new life or whatever, and then they transfer it into this other thing. The guy dies, and they make it into the actual railroad lamp, like from like the railways, like one of those actual lanterns, right? And then he makes the ring out of that, and it's not. There's no Oa, there's no Guardians. He doesn't say my evil light, whatever, fear the light, or whatever the saying is. I don't know. He doesn't do that. He does have a little bit of a thing, but it doesn't matter. He does charge it, but you can change that around. Like you can make it so like at some point later on, Alan Scott absorbs the thing, so it's in him. Now that isn't a later one, but anything from issue 1 can be used, and he's not like there's nothing there. There's so much to play with because they didn't really
but what's he look like? Like what do they use that costume still?
Yes, you can use that costume.
Are you sure about that? Because I thought that was the problem. That you can have like Superman, for example, from like Action Comics #1. But the problem is that like they've been using that likeness sometimes. Like there's that action figure that came out, that was the S with the triangle, and the thing is, it's like I don't think you can use all that.
I think you can. Just Action Comics 1, and you just can't call it Superman on the front. It's like Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse. You can use that Mickey Mouse. He doesn't look like.
What I'm saying, for example, Peter Pan is public domain. It's a story that's like 100 years ago or whatever, but you can't do the Disney Peter Pan.
Right. He can't have. Right. He can't. You
gotta do your own Peter Pan. Like you can't be green and shit with the thing, and
Yeah. You won't have like the little feather and the cap and whatnot. you could just make Peter Pan like look more like an adventurer or something, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, make him look different. But it doesn't matter. You can make the costume close enough. A red shirt with like a yellow circle and like a green thing, you know, like
Yeah.
it's like you can get around it. Plus, they've changed the character anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right, New Gods number 7. Let's see how the poll's going. Okay, we've got 14% Forever People, 14% Jimmy Olsen, and 71% New Gods.
Whew.
By the way, there was a series by Tom Scioli. You know that name, the guy who did that.
Yeah.
Called Superpowers in 2016, and he brought him back and used him in that.
I didn't know about superpowers. I thought I owned everything he made, but I guess I don't have that. Yeah.
2016?
Yeah, I'll have to get that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, you won't.
What?
I've seen this. It's a goofy little, it looks like South Park. It's like a very goofy kid thing.
Oh, yeah. Because I have GoBots, Transformers versus G.I. Joe, Satan Soldier, American Barbarian. What else has he done? I don't like those. Oh God,
Grand design.
Pardon? Yeah,
Grand
I don't like
design?
those grand design things. I don't like them.
Me either.
But he did Fantastic Four.
I've got that one. I don't like it much.
Yeah.
I didn't read any of those grand designs. I know the ones you're talking about.
Yeah. Like I bought the Hulk.
But they kind of look like they were retro, or no?
There's yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they look sort of okay, but yeah, go ahead, Sean.
It's Marvel Saga basically. It's just a sum up of the history of the character with just panels depicting the.
They're very dense.
Story. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking. The superpowers you're talking about. That's like, it's like Kitty version or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I can show you the.
It's got Sand and Jada in it. So.
I think it's this. Is it?
Yeah.
Here, look. I just loaded it up. Is it this?
Yep.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying, Sean. You're not
I
gonna get.
didn't know that. I've seen him before. I didn't know that was him.
I bought this for my. I have this. I just bought this for my October 10th is my niece and nephew's birthday, and I bought them this.
Yeah.
Well, according to the database, it has iron in that. So.
Oh, interesting.
But he would be a guy that would bring him up, right? Because
if you look at
know exactly about that.
If you look at the picture of him on the database, it doesn't really look like that art from this because and it's not Kirby. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. So let's do.
All right.
New Gods.
New Gods, volume only, number 7, March 1972. Cover artist Jack Kirby and Mike Royer. Writer, penciler, editor Jack Kirby. Inker Mike Royer. Letterer Ben Oda.
All right. Now this is epicness. Now, before we dig into this one, people always say world building, and as I said, it makes me barf because it doesn't. They say world building, and then that's the excuse for a boring and uninteresting story. They're like, well, it's just world building. I know, but you're building a boring world that I don't care about. So they say world building. They say character development. They say, it's laying the foundations. Like there's all of these catchphrases that people say. Yeah, but the ultimate thing is this is boring. There's no the world building of episode 1. I don't know, 77 Star Wars.
Yeah.
When I say Star Wars, people never understand what I'm talking about. When I say Star Wars, I mean 77, right?
Yeah, we know, J-Man.
I know you guys know.
Yeah. That's why I've been forced to say 77. It's better than having to say New Hope or episode 4.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. So 77 Star Wars world building. Yeah, but the world building is I'm involved in this integral plot right away. You're like, okay, these guys want some sort of plans or something. These robots have it. They're looking for them. Oh shit, they captured this ship now. Now they're sending guys after it. So you're like, ooh, and the world building is, well, they didn't stand and say, here's what the Federation is, or whatever, or here's what the Empire means, and here's what the whatever. It's like you just started the story, and then I'm learning as I go, and I'm like, okay, They're like, look, he goes, put a restraining bolt. They didn't stop the movie and say, a restraining bolt is placed on a droid so that the owner of the droid.
You know what it is? That movie is a masterwork of like telling you as you go, and
Yes.
showing and not telling. You know,
Right, and I get it. And then when it's removed, like he didn't stop. They just said, put a restraining bolt on him. Psh, they put it. That's it.
Yeah.
Then later it's like, oh, it was removed. You're like, oh shit, that means R2 got out, or what?
Yeah, and now R2's running around. Yeah,
running right. So it's like we're not dumb. Like that's world building, but you got to tell me the story that I care about, because you can build this world, but if it's boring and I don't care about it, then I'm not going to watch the next movie, or I'm going to be disinterested.
Yeah.
Now had this been the first issue, it wouldn't have mattered because it still would have been awesome.
Uh-huh.
As it is here, we've already started the story, so this is a flashback.
Yeah.
But if this was issue 1, it'd still be pretty damn friggin' pumped up. So it literally says in the beginning, okay, so we got the new gods. So we have Isaiah the Inheritor and Avia.
Avia.
Is that how you, Avia?
I say Avia, but it doesn't matter.
You say Avia and I say Avia. Avia. No. So I maybe it's my Croatian background or whatever. I don't know. Like we say Ivana, and you guys would say Ivana, right? We say Ivana.
Oh, do we? Okay. Did not.
That's the way. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I had an employee named Ivana, and she was Croatian, and I said her name proper, and she was like, hey, well, you're saying it like my mom. And I was like, yeah, that's the real way. I can't say Ivana. It just sounds weird. Anyways, so whatever. So you'd say this is Isaiah, right? Is that the way you would pronounce his name? Isaiah? Is that how it's spelled? I don't know if that's like I say Isaiah.
Isaiah makes sense. It would, because of his, sort of the biblical connection. So Isaiah works for me.
That's what I was thinking. And then Avia, who I don't know any references to that. So, but whatever, that's who she is. So they're here, and this guy is the goddamn best. But we're gonna see who that. I did not know. I did not. All I knew is that Orion is the son of Darkseid. Period. Mm-hmm. I didn't know anything else. So all of this stuff, and I did not. And it's very obvious from this first page now that I'm reading it, looking at it again. But I did not pick up on it. I was completely stunned.
You didn't know about Scott Free?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I didn't know shit about any of this.
Oh, wow. That'd be incredible for you. But, I love that Jack, takes his time to say, from time to time, this kind of segment will supplement the larger tapestry of the new gods. Thank you, Jack Kirby. Thanking his fans, as could not be reached for comment points out.
Yeah.
Class move.
Yeah.
Great page, by the way.
Oh yeah, I like this too. I like this like tranquility. There's like the bird and everything, and everything's all nice. And then, boom!
They didn't talk about their fifis very long, did they?
No.
Well, that was and everyone, if you're watching this later, I did post a video, and I actually think it's an important video because it was the Flash versus Green Lantern, the new comics that came out. I try to make it as short as possible to compare two comics that are brand new, same price, number ones, introducing a Golden Age character back into the mainstream like universe, like new villain, new heroes, like new relationships, whatever, all of that, just to show you different ways of doing it. Hey, Matthew, how's it going?
Hey, Matthew.
Hey, Matthew.
But this is one for world building. So they're here and they're like, okay, you understand through the art. I mean, there's a thing here saying, okay, here's like, they explain it, fine. But here you could just see they're here, they're peaceful, they're in love, obviously, everything's happy. And then the next page, it's like, boom, there's like, it's interrupted by this attack. Now, this is Steppenwolf attacking with his guys, and he's got different whips and stuff, and it gets right into battling.
Yeah.
And it's just like massive battling. So I don't know, I didn't count pages, but let's say like, okay, 1. So page 1, relationship feelings, let's say, and then that was it. So 1,
they were attacked.
2,
and then it was a battle.
3. So 3 pages of pure battling.
Yeah.
And I can't believe this, but she's dead.
Yeah.
Yep. Shocker. Big time shocking, actually, for them. Yeah.
I was shocked 5 hours ago. I wrote her name down, and I was like, okay, I wrote her name down, and then I'm reading like, oh, what the shit? She's
Just
dead. I
cross
just rolled
that
a
shit out, man.
Yeah, literally, well, that's it for that one. Cross that off the list. She's dead. So, and I thought, well, she'll come back maybe or something. I was like, no. And then he gets nailed, and then we see Darkseid. He's got this like gauntlet thing that nailed him, and now we see Steppenwolf, and he kept alluding to Uncle. So there was somebody talking in the background that we hadn't seen.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who that was. So they kept saying, oh, Uncle, what are we doing, Uncle, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, oh, there he is. Like, oh my God,
It's Darkseid. There you go.
And I was like, shit.
They actually did a Steppenwolf figure that you could like had tons of them on the pegs forever, and I got one, of course. But
I got
it's
the
that one,
superpowers?
the real one.
No,
it was the Marvel Legends.
Oh, Marvel.
Yeah.
Not that
the superpowers one didn't.
Snyder one.
Oh, yeah, that was terrible. Yeah.
The superpowers ones didn't look anything like these, except for Darkseid. But
yeah, he looks good.
But yeah, I like that he says designed by my good friend Assad. And so but I think later on he says something about like, I do talk with the like he seems sensible. He's like he talks with the tech people, and pals around with them, messes around with them, comes up with ideas, right? So
for sure.
Yeah.
So they're both dead, but they're not. Now we got this epic.
So they drew First Blood. So then now New Genesis is bombing the crap out of Apocalypse.
Yeah. They drew First Blood. Not me.
First Blood, yeah.
You asked me, I didn't ask you.
He just goes all out with the craziest. I mean, look at these. That's unbelievable. I love that big spread, of course.
Yeah.
But then you also have like 4 different panels of just crazy machines and thingies.
They look intricate. I love this thing that's carrying the bomb. It's like you ride on it, and then it's sort of like you can see where it would
just got a face.
It'll like open or whatever. Yeah. And then boom, drop it.
You see the crater. Yeah.
Drop the needle. All right. So now they're having their little dinner here. Yeah. Hey, Joe Dog. What's going on?
Joe Dog. Hey.
So they're having their feast here. And that is Darkseid's mom.
Negra. Yeah.
Negra. Dave C, what's going on?
Dave C.
Hey, buddy. Oh, you got Lopan as your guy. That's cool.
Lopan.
Like Lopan's the best. I was born ready. Yeah. Or no, my favorite line is what is it? He goes, "Are you crazy? Is that what your problem is?"
Or check into a psycho or whatever comes next. Comes first.
Yeah.
This really pisses me off to no end. Huh?
I love that he just asked, "Are you crazy? Is that your problem?"
Yeah. This really pisses me off to no end.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No,
you were not put in this world to get it, Mr. Button.
Yeah. So yeah, check her out, man. She is weird. Hegra,
yeah.
Yeah, Hegra. And then there's Darkseid. It was the sun. And then Steppenwolf is there. So now is this I can't tell, is this the beginnings of a mother box or is this something else?
Yeah, it looks like Metron's working on it, of course.
Yeah.
So another shocker is we have Metron coming in and he's like, oh, sleeping with the enemy here. What the hell? Yeah. And it's like, Metron is just sort of like, he's like, look, he's either playing both sides or whatever he's up to. Mm-hmm. But so this is like the beginnings, I guess, of a mother box. I suppose. I don't know.
Well, this is they're going to use this technology to have an advantage over New Genesis,
right?
So they teleport their tanks and stuff. And then New Genesis one-ups that, and then they get into this whole tit for tat where they're destroying whole like galaxies and stuff with newer and newer technology. Yep. Yeah. So anyway, we'll get into that.
Yeah. So this is the beginnings here.
Yeah.
And then this is great. Metron is like leaving, and then it's like, oh, you didn't say anything to my mother and acknowledge her. Yeah. She's like, Metron, acknowledge me, like Roman Reigns, and acknowledge me. So he's like, oh, I beg you to overlook my preoccupation with other thoughts, Majesty. I regret the raw threats must awaken me to common courtesy. It's like, okay, yes. She's like, I like you. You're good. I like you. You're good.
Yeah, the dialogue in all of this is amazing.
Oh yeah.
When I first read this, I was like, you're getting so much of like the different relationships, and it's like, what's his name? Steppenwolf is looking over his shoulder at this young guy, coming up the ranks. He's like showing him up. Like he's like, I've got this technology because I've been messing around with the tech guys. I made this side deal with Metron. Yep. It's like, I don't know who's the general now. Like it's awesome. And then he tells Metron to go pay respect, and then I love what he says there. Then Hegar's like, yeah, you know what? I like you. And she's got her mouth full and everything. Yeah. This is all gold. This is awesome.
This is all good. I know it's so good. Okay. Yo, man, this is, oh my God. Okay, what is going on here? This is a He-Man vehicle.
They're like, I know. Kaiju tractor, kaiju cannons or something. I don't know. Kaiju tanks or whatever.
Yeah, it's literally a He-Man vehicle. It's the friggin' it's the Dragon Walker. It's basically like the Dragon Walker, but with tank wheels or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so then there's just like more battling. So as Sean was saying, they just keep going back and forth with different ways to destroy each other. And these guys attack with these like armored dog creature things.
Dog characters, yeah. And then Steppenwolf is depicted as a guy who can't be stopped. He just like mows through guys.
Yeah, so he's like invulnerable or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I mean, he's just destroying everybody.
He's a bad mother now.
Oh yeah. My favorite Fantastic Four issue. Okay, so I've read very little Fantastic Four. I was going to propose that we do some Fantastic Four. I bought the first 60 issues on Comixology when they had a sale. And I read like the first 20, and I started buying the collected Masterworks. So I got the first 3 volumes. So I don't know how much. What does that cover? Like,
I mean, if you did the first 60 or so, that's pretty good. That's a biggest chunk of the best part of the best stuff. So
no, really I did not read. I haven't read the first 60 yet. I'm on number 30 or something.
Okay, I got you. It really kicks in the gear, getting in its just hits its stride around issue 44, 45 with the Frightful Four, and it goes right into the Inhumans, and you got right into the coming of Galactus.
Yeah,
and it's just breakneck speed for a long time. They're great stuff. The art got so much better and better, and of course, my favorite's 51. There's no, it's the greatest comic of all time. Fantastic Four number 51.
Oh, let's take a look.
This monster.
Oh, this monster. Yeah, I know it.
I have mine signed by Jack himself.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't need to look it up. I know the issue you're talking about. I know that one. Oh, that's awesome. Sean, did they recolor this fellow, the red?
Yes, they did. He's purple in mine.
What?
Yeah, I knew it. You know why?
It is gold. It's not gold. It's blue.
It's blue. Yeah. I knew it because I was like, "Wow, this guy looks really cool." I'm like, "That's not what this guy looks like." I can guarantee you.
Yeah, new colors gets recolored all the time in this thing. Mm-hmm. It's disappointing because it's a fairly expensive tome.
It's still a great book, though. I mean, it's still great.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's still great to have it, dude. I mean, the recoloring. They did the first when I got the Coming of Galactus. The first time it was reprinted in a Masterworks. The first Masterworks they did of that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that before. They put sleeves on him. He had, in the original comic, he had no sleeves and short. He was wearing shorts. It made it look silly, but sorry, that's the way it was. It was hot in New York that day.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't like Galactic, like what, like the pants versus
just don't screw with it. Don't color it. Just leave it.
It didn't bother me anyways. Like when I first saw that, I thought, I was like, oh, okay, he's like, he doesn't have.
He's showing more skin.
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, like I don't get it. Like,
yeah, it was so terrible.
But there's no reason to recolor this. Like, this guy looks awesome. Like, why does he need to be blue? Or
I don't understand. I don't know.
That's random. I understand the Galactus thing where they thought maybe it was a mistake. We should have pants or something.
Arbitrarily, who makes those decisions? I mean, like sitting and going, let's color this one.
Yeah, like he's actually blue. Like his helmet's blue. Like it's like, why is he blue now? Like,
wait a minute, you said the helmet's blue too?
Yeah, like the helmet is blue and the red is green or something like that, or whatever.
And the red is purple. The the guy up top above him, the armor's green is purple, and the face is pink. It's all recolored.
And even you said the helmet, that gold helmet is now blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What about
Yeah.
his blue arm?
That's still blue. But the background is yellow. It's not blue.
Oh my God!
It's
Why?
all, yeah,
Weird.
and it's only the new gods that are like totally recolored in this thing. Yeah,
It's crappy.
yeah.
I hate that, man. Even, and by the way, if I had a chance, I'd get that book in a heartbeat, just to have it.
Yeah.
This one's a must. This one's a must-have. Okay, so
So Isaiah comes in.
yeah, and the thing is that like, okay, so they're fighting here,
Mm-hmm.
and then boom, his dog thing gets nailed, and then here comes Isaiah in like the effing best.
Yeah.
You think they recolored it so that you wouldn't think it was Isaiah?
Well, here it's the same. It's red and yellow. Not
Yes,
that guy. That's
this
not
guy,
Isaiah.
right? Do you think that's why?
Oh, to make it look different?
Yeah,
Maybe.
like
Well, what
Isaiah,
they
I
recovered
remember
is
being
background.
red.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. But I mean, I didn't. When I read this version, I didn't get confused. Like I'm not stupid, you know.
So,
Yeah.
So yeah.
you're saying they didn't recolor Isaiah?
No,
Oh, they did. Okay, good.
No, they didn't.
So I'm pondering because Isaiah is red and gold, that
So they
maybe this
recolored
guy
that
being
guy.
red and gold would confuse readers, so they
Yeah.
made it
Oh, that's silly.
right. I don't know. I'm
Could
trying
be.
to reason this out.
No,
Like,
you're right.
why
That
would it?
could I bet you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, what
And
is the
whoever
thought
did it
process?
still needs to smack upside their head.
And just
Yeah,
do
it's-
what was done before.
When
This
did an
is-
omnibus
thi-
come out?
yeah, like this is it. Like just do this.
Yeah. When did an omnibus come out?
When
don't
did
know.
it come out? Pretty recently.
Yeah, fairly recent. Yeah.
Like 2 years ago, maybe at
Okay.
most.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Michael Jackson said it. This is it. Like,
Yeah.
what do you want? I want this exact comic. I
Yeah.
want. So here they got a mega. Now you don't. Now it was a spoiler. We don't know who this is, but we're gonna find out because he's got the weapon. He's got the same weapon,
Mm-hmm.
and then he smashes him down. And look at this awesome. I mean,
Battlefield.
this okay. Isaiah in this costume is the damn best.
Mm-hmm.
This might be my favorite character
Yeah.
that we've seen. And takes off the helmet. Isaiah, you live.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, the foul Steppenwolf. So he kills him.
I guess. Yeah.
Like, you'll never kill again.
again. Yeah. Awesome.
And then he drops the weapon. Done. And then he struts off. It's like, I've always known the real I've always known it. The real enemy was what?
Obscure and humble dark side.
It says obscure here. Did they fix it?
Oh, they
What?
fixed it.
What?
They fixed it. Yeah.
Oh,
Obscure.
it was obscure. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
By the way, that never killed again, but I like that. I think Miller kind of in a cool way ripped it off in his issue where Bullseye killed Elektra,
Yeah.
and he's fighting Bullseye, and they're hanging, and he's got Bullseye hanging from a real high up like wire. And he's telling Daredevil, "I'll kill you." And also he goes, "No, you'll kill no one." And then he drops him ever again.
Oh, awesome! I actually
We all
made
know he
a.
lived, but yeah.
You know my icons. I actually made an icon for Frank Miller's Daredevil. I had planned to do every issue of Frank Miller's Daredevil. There's not that many. We can
Yeah.
do that if you want to.
Couple,
Like,
yeah.
that was-
Nick
was
and I
something-
did Born Again, which is the one he went back to later. It was
Yep.
Which is that's his greatest work ever for Miller, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm game to do the. He didn't write the first year or so that he did it. Roger McKenzie did, but it was pretty cool. Then he did it for about a year or two.
yeah, so there's not that many. Before we did Fourth World Fridays, I was gonna do Fearless Fridays, so the Man Without Fear, and I was gonna do the Frank Miller, so Frank's Fearless Fridays or something like that.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool. We should. That'd be
We
great.
could do that too. Yeah, we could take a break. It doesn't have to always, I was thinking we should do more Kirby, but we could take a break
We
and
can do. He'll always be out there. Yeah.
and we could do, and then Fantastic Fridays. I wouldn't mind doing Fantastic Fridays.
Yeah.
Just do some, but just the Kirby ones, of course. Yeah.
Naturally.
I love all
Okay,
this
so
stuff now.
this is all good now.
Yeah, so it's like, what's his name? Darkseid launches like little planetoids that
Yeah.
go and bomb New Genesis, and they also create these like rock monsters.
These rock monster things. I mean, it's just
and the rock monsters are so damn heavy that they split the earth whenever they walk, and they get swallowed up by the earth.
so.
And then and then they attach cannons to the surfaces of suns to like shoot out. It's like, you know, before Starbase Killer.
It's insane. They got this ship that's big as a planet.
Yeah,
an impactor the size of a planet just crashing into this. It's
New Genesis
insane,
like
man.
plans to destroy those suns. It's like it gets bigger and bigger.
It's so insane. I love it, man. It's just the craziest. That imagination is just unstoppable.
Yeah, Isaiah's like, we're worse than the old gods, and we're destroying the universe around us just to fight each other, right? Like this is wonderful storytelling. Like it's almost like biblical. It's like it just feels weighty, you know, and like it teaches you everything within all these like big action scenes and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't even know what to write. I have known what was I going to write as my notes? Like awesome weapons and there's nothing to write. Like I don't know what to like. What notes are you going to take? Like I don't know. Like there's nothing to say. And he's just like, this is insane. And you know what's funny? When you get to him saying like we're worse because they destroyed themselves, but we're destroying our universe and ourselves. Like you felt it too as the reader. And this is the thing that they can't do, even in movies or comics. They can't get you on the side of the characters where you're just like, holy shit, this is like really insane right now. Like you're looking all this shit. And you're like, okay, like at what point? Okay, at this point, you're like, look, Isaiah's gonna get revenge, right? I mean, what do you want, right? He's gonna get revenge. And then when it starts to get to here, and you're like, okay, so at basically this panel. Mm-hmm. Oh shit! Here comes these planetoid whatever these missile things, and then they're creating monsters, and then the monsters are creating more damage, and then there's this like literal I don't know what this Kirby machine is like siphoning like energy from the sun or whatever, and it's like shooting that out, and then it's like okay, well then there's this ship which is enormous,
size of a planet,
and this guy's like. And Isaiah's like, I don't like what the hell's happening. What are we doing? And you're like, yeah, what the hell? Like, this is insane now. Mm-hmm. This isn't like I'm getting revenge for the girl that died. Like, this is just going.
He never got his revenge anyway because Darkseid killed her.
Yeah,
not Steppenwolf.
That is. Oh yeah.
No, Steppenwolf killed her with his
Oh no, Steppenwolf. I think Steppenwolf did kill her.
I thought Darkseid killed her.
But it's Darkseid's manipulations that killed her.
But Darkseid shot him.
Yeah, with the gauntlet.
Okay, so Steppenwolf shot her.
Yeah.
Steppenwolf shot her, and then then Darkseid shot him.
I forgot already.
No. So that's what happened.
Damn, I hate my memory.
Well, it's like we had to go back anyways to make sure because I wasn't really sure who pulled the trigger.
No, I don't know why. Because I saw that, I was just thinking, I don't know, it was in my head that it went the other way because I haven't read it in forever. But man, look at that though. He is just a broken god.
Yeah, he's just like, okay, that's it, I'm done. And he's like, there, it's like not here in these tortured ruins of war, but Isaiah is there somewhere. So he's going to find himself. The old, I got to go find myself.
Yeah, he gets his Moses moment here.
Yeah.
So he's out kind of in the wilderness and he's looking for himself and he shouts. He's like Isaiah. Yeah. And then this ancient wall appears.
Yeah, hold on. Don't go too. I want to talk where he's like, I tear off my armor. I was like, no, keep it. It looked really cool. Just keep the armor. I was like, no, don't. and then I started to think, the figure would have removable armor, so he could like throw it off.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay, then continue. Sean says, Isaiah.
So he finds this wall, and he's like, "If I'm Isaiah, the inheritor, what is my inheritance?
That is awesome. That was the damn
And
awesome.
from the wall, the answer comes, and then it's the source, right?
Yeah.
The source.
And yeah, and it's like in the form of flame and stuff. So then you don't know what happens to Isaiah after that. He's transformed. He's a different man now. So
So Moses.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Moses. Yeah. So here's Darkseid confronting his baby mama here.
Yep.
Yeah, I was so excited to see Orion's mom here.
Yeah. She went
I
to
don't know.
exile with Orion, so then he drags them back into into his orbit here and takes the baby. And he's like yeah, so they're talking about the baby. He's like, but I know him, Tigra. He's like you, a fighting starling killer cat. It was the Queen Mother, not I, who chose you for my mate, but the war has claimed her life. And I rule now. So Hagar's dead.
Right.
And
Thank goodness. I don't want to see her again.
yeah, and he never liked Tigra. But they sired this child, right? So
Yeah. She was chosen.
yeah, you don't really know what's going on here, but they're gonna make this is the pact, right?
Yeah. So the whole thing is they do this a lot in these. They did it in a lot of gangster like they did it in I think it was one of the Fargo seasons with Chris Rock, where it was like they swapped they swapped the child or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like they do that whole swapping the child thing. And then there he is. It's like his name is Scarfree. I was like, what? Oh my god! It's like one of those fake shills, or they're not fake shills, they're real shills. Those stupid shills for like Disney or Loki, and they're like, oh my god, and they're like doing those fake.
Oh yeah.
It's like Loki spoke or something, or Loki made a joke. And they'll like lose themselves or whatever. I was like, oh shit, it's freaking Scott Free. That was great. I was like, literally. Oh yeah, go ahead.
She said, "Go treat him like shit, Granny."
Yeah.
Yep.
Treat him like poops. She's like, oh, I will, Darkseid.
Like, double whatever you do to anyone else.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he'll escape. And that's the whole thing. He wants him to escape, right?
Yeah. And in honor of that, she calls him scot-free.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Which is awesome. And then
these poor guards are trying to contain Orion. He's beating guys up. I don't know if he's killed some of these guys.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, let's go and pass him through the portal. And then he comes out and he's like, so he's never seen his father because he was in exile with Tigra.
Right.
So he's like, father? And then he's like, you could call me High Father. And then he offers the hand. And
take my hand.
And
pledge eternal loyalty to Zod.
To Zod.
And that's it.
Next, Orion Light Ray out Calabac. Oh boy,
gotta get that moon monster. Let me just save that on my
Turpin.
Yeah, and the death wish of terrible Turpin.
If you go a little lower, oh, actually, see that.
Where are we seeing? Where are we?
I always look. That's that classic Kirby.
Ooh, look at that
portfolio from back then.
The portfolio. Scroll down.
The Kirby Unlimited portfolio.
Oh, cool!
Saw that some guy had it at the con. He wanted too much for it, but
yeah. God.
All right, so here's a Viking the Black story.
Yeah.
Supertown. He just fights this.
He fights a guy to protect Supertown, basically. All these guys are picnicking up there, and so they're like, they never knew that they were.
They never knew.
Yeah.
Yep. Good old.
And you're all like, "Yay! Let's ring around the rosy and stuff." And Viking's like, "You pieces,
what do you think these are? Like, were they just to fill pages, or did he really want to build out the world, or what?
I think he likes fleshing characters out, and sometimes you don't have as much to do it with some characters. So I think he genuinely believes you can use a page or two for that, and I think it's something Jack, really, probably didn't get a chance. He didn't get a chance to do it much at Marvel. He did it sometimes, but I think it's just his style. He's done that. He's like doing that.
But it's funny because we always talk about how in modern comics, it's like 30 pages to tell nothing, right? And here it's
Yeah.
like it's literally 2 pages about Viking, and
You
it
learn about
shows
him.
his honor and his nobility, and he fights a guy, and it's 2
Right.
pages.
I'd rather just know who he's sleeping with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are his
I
views
mean-
on cabbage? Anyway, from last.
I love Manhunter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Badass.
we could scroll through that. Hold on a second.
Man, one day you got to read Archie Goodwin and Walt Simonson's Manhunter that they brought back. It was a backup in detective in the early 70s, an award-winning great series. It was this one, Paul Kirk, but of course he quite did. They signed him, but still, it's a classic. Badass comic, man.
Yeah, like Manhunter is pretty neat. This is like he's like jumping on a monster here, and I think like a lot of these, this is cool. And this Manhunter is awesome. Hold on, what is this, man? Kirby Classic. What was this part of? It was just like was it part of an anthology comic or something, or
Which series it was from? It's, I mean, I can tell you.
like All American or something, or I don't know.
Series was that in. That was in originally. Come on. Pull up. Hang on. Where are you?
It's like a
Manhunter.
Manhunter.
That was from Adventure Comics. That's right.
Adventure. Okay, Adventure Comics. Yeah, there you go.
And there's the story there. The story reprinted from Real Fact Comics #2. There's one of those in there as well.
So Manhunter. Let me see what issues of Manhunter DC.
Just imagine a world of thinking things by Jack Kirby. Did you see that story in there? The last one.
Yeah, that was the robot. There was like a bunch of robots, right?
Yeah,
is it
it was
here?
very toward. Yeah, there it is. That's from a comic called what's it called? Real Fact Comics #2.
So Paul Kirk. That's Manhunter,
Yeah,
right?
that's the Paul Kirk Manhunter. Yes. Later, it's kind of weird. You know, they always change things and stuff. That's not to be confused with the Manhunters that fought the Green Lantern Corps, even though they look
The same, yeah.
similar.
Yeah, that's why I get confused
That's why they
sometimes.
redesigned Manhunter from for DC later.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So there we go. Let's talk about quickly what we're doing for next time, because this is always a thing. 1 second here. Arg. I definitely got to get that Moon Monster. I'm gonna do some fun stuff with Moon Monster. Where's my comics notes? All right, Fourth World. Okay, so we just did these ones. So what do you got as the next one, Sean?
It's Mr. Miracle 7.
Miracle. Okay, yeah.
Jimmy Olsen 147.
Yeah. And Forever People 8.
Forever People 8, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Which?
Okay, so Mr. Miracle 7,
Okay.
Jimmy Olsen 147, and Forever People 8.
Cool. Coolness. Nice.
And then it continues down like
They should have put Orion on there, though.
Yeah.
Damn them.
where is Orion?
Is he on there?
It's probably on the back or something, no?
In the back, same as the front?
This one, the back and the front are the same.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's cool.
You got Calabac. It continues down all the way to the very, very bottom.
Badass.
So it's like hard
Very
to.
nice. Gotta love Simonson.
So okay, so those are the ones that we've got lined up next. So I'll remember that. And then I was going to. What was I just going to look up? I was going to show you guys something I forgot. Maybe was it Alan? Was it Alan Scott statue? Oops. Yeah, there's the one I have. This is the one I have. I'll show you. That's what I have. That's what I have. And you see how the base is like a pie slice?
Can't see it.
Are you sharing it?
Oh, sorry. There you go.
Oh yeah.
So
Nice.
this is what I have. So it's a pie slice. So you actually put Hal Jordan and Kyle Rayner, and it's like and you put them all together, and then you can spin it around, and it's all of them.
Ugh. I wouldn't put Kyle Rayner. I hate his guts. So only Hal will be worthy.
Yeah. So there's the three of them together.
No, it would be only two.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. You could just put the two together. It works either way. Like it's like I just have one. I only got Alan Scott, but you can put them all together.
Love it.
So and then this is the figure that I got.
Yeah, Clark got that one yesterday. It's a Target now, right?
Yeah, so that's the other one I have. There's a guy in one of my Facebook groups who has like, look at this, like the lantern and shit. Like,
nice.
This looks pretty cool too. So yeah, you have Green Lantern number 21. No, what did you say was
20? I think it's number 20. It's number 20.
Where's my read all comics?
But that was in the early mid 80s. I bought it for $20 from a guy because it was in terrible shape, but it was still, I just wanted to have a Golden Age comic. The guy let me have it for $20. I bet if I pulled it out now because it's buried somewhere in the room, it would fall apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few Superboys. With 20 or 21.
20.
20. Okay, 20. There's a Superboy. At the last convention, they had a Superboy annual, but the cover was torn off, and I was like, maybe I'll get it. But this one,
that's it.
Yeah, Doiby.
I think it's got some. It don't look. The cover's not that good a shape though. It's got a chunk torn out of the cover, if I remember right.
Yeah, so I've been reading. So I'm on issue 2 of this, and they did release, as you guys saw, they did
that facsimile, yeah.
Yeah, the
$7, but the facsimiles are pretty cool.
Yeah, there it is.
Nice. I've been getting a lot of those, but they're kind of cool.
Yeah.
All American comics.
All American.
It's all American. There's not one non-American thing in there.
No American comics in there, that's for sure. but well, you have it though. We don't mind.
Now they have to
mind you getting an issue of it. Yeah, we don't mind.
We don't. Yeah. Yeah. Can I see your American ID, sir?
Yes. Are you licensed to buy that?
Are you an American?
I better not catch you buying Captain America. You Ferner?
Ferner.
Ferner. Man, that's cool looking through these old comics.
These old comics.
Doiby Dickles.
Oh, I'm buying one of these. I keep Amazon has these old. They're just normal radios, but they look old, and then they do Bluetooth and stuff.
My parents have one. It's not Bluetooth.
Really?
Oh,
huh. Cool.
Yeah, they look like they're old.
Yeah,
like they look like old radios, but it's just Bluetooth, or you could.
Or it's the wood and all that.
But it's the wood with all of that, and it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Hey, listen to Amos and Andy.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Or the shadow down.
Oh, I've got like 200 episodes of that or something. You can get a lot of that stuff through just the like just on YouTube or podcasts.
Yeah.
The entire Superman thing is on a podcast.
A buddy of mine brought me a bunch of those on disc. I mean, on the computer.
Yeah, I think if you go to podcasts, so Superman, there's a Superman radio, old time radio Superman, and they've got.
Those are fun.
I mean, I don't even know how many they have. Like, it's just like it's crazy.
Went on for a good while. I do believe that show did.
I think it's literally over 2,000 episodes, because some of them are 15 minutes and some of them are half an hour. So.
They've got Have Gun Will Travel.
Yeah. Yep. Thinking about that is, and it's John Dinner doing the voice, not Richard Boone. But still it's pretty cool. But
yeah,
Richard Boone is Paladin, and even though that's just a radio show, it's like John Dinner's a good actor. But...
Abbott and Costello.
Oh man.
Wild Bill Hickok. That's cool. I didn't know they did a Wild Bill.
Those radio shows, man.
I love them.
Mhm.
Yep. I don't think I ever got a chance. I think I meant to sometimes. Sometime I never got a chance to listen to the episodes with Batman. I mean, the Superman one with Batman on it.
Yep.
That must be on YouTube 100%.
Probably.
Sean gave me those.
I have the CDs for those.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Cool.
Smithsonian released them.
That may be one of the CDs he gave me. That I think it might be on that one. I forgot to ask him.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was pretty good. So let's take we know what we're doing next time.
We got our panel, by the way. I mean, your poll, by the way. Did you pick that?
Oh, let's do the poll. Let's check the poll out. So 9 votes.
9 votes.
Forever People 22, Jimmy Olsen 11, You God 67.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did give a hint, guys. I don't know what else I could do. I wrote hint in the.
You did. Wow. Yep. Someone said so. You're biased, eh?
Yeah.
You prejudiced your own poll.
I did prejudice my own poll. I can prejudge whatever I want. I prejudge it.
We used to, that was back. We used to get called that a lot back when we were. What used to piss people off, like if you'd see a trailer or something. When I was doing my show on BTR, I had this. I forgot who this exactly was. Oh, it was right before Man of Steel came out. That was when this big thing. We'd seen trailers and footage, and we called prejudgers. You prejudge, you haven't even seen it yet. I said, but no one said we've seen it yet. I'm reacting to the things they show us and the things that comes out of the stupid directors and pie hole. Because I was commenting on the shit that Zack Snyder, how Snyder would make, and they're the ones putting out the pictures of it and the trailers. So I'm just saying that looks like crap. I didn't see the movie. I hadn't seen the movie, but what they're showing me looks like dog crap. Like if you see a trailer, that's supposed to entice you to watch a movie.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I've destroyed those people in very easy. I'll give you the how to destroy these idiots in 2 seconds.
I fought them. Oh yeah.
No, but the trailer people. Oh, you haven't even seen the movie yet. My response is simple. I'm like, you have seen every film that there ever was, because every film there ever was has a trailer, and you've watched. And I've asked people, I'm like, so you've seen, and I go to the website, go to what's that, Box Office Mojo, and copy and paste all the movies in the theater. Control C. Then in their message, Control V, and say, you've seen all these movies, right? Because you fucking saw the trailers and you went to go see them all, right? Or did you go through the 20 trailers you saw and then you thought to yourself, out of these 20 trailers I just watched, these 5 look interesting to me, and those are the 5 you watched. No, you didn't do that. You watched all 20 films in the theater because you would never judge a movie or make any sort of, judgment call on anything until you've seen the movie. So you saw all 20 of these in the theater. Please tell me, what did you think of all 20 of these? And they're like, well, I didn't see all of them. Like, so you're a hypocrite. It's like,
that's
you
exactly right.
Right. Yeah. Right. Like, we see trailers all day. When you sit in a movie theater, there's like 7 trailers.
Did you go watch all of those movies? No, you didn't.
You didn't. You picked, you said this trailer looked good and you went to go see it. And then you saw another trailer, you're like, this didn't look good, so you didn't go to see it. So why is that? You shouldn't have done that. You should go watch every movie you see a trailer for. And then they never respond back to that. And then usually I give them 24 hours, and then I respond back saying, sorry, I'm still waiting for your response on all 20 of these movies that you went to go see, but you haven't responded, which means if you either are a lying piece of crap hypocrite or you're a coward to respond. Which one are you? And you know what? I'm very funny on Facebook. I will go back a week later and find that and be like, by the way, I'm still waiting. I gave you an extra week to explain yourself. I guess I have sent the StreamYard link to people in Facebook and Twitter saying, hi, I'm live right now. Come talk to me about how I'm an idiot for not liking Alan Scott Green Lantern. Here is the StreamYard link. Come now.
Oh, they're after you? They've been after you?
Not for Green Lantern. It was I just use that because that was the latest issue thing I'm fighting on. But it was what was it? I'll remember. And I gave the guy the link, and then he responded to me saying, I don't have time to come on and argue with you, whatever. And I was like, well, you've been texting me back and forth, so obviously you have time for texting. I said, it'll just be easier if you come live and do it. It'll just make it easier because we could speak then instead of type. And then he never came on. He's like, I'm at the cottage right now. so I don't have time. Like, well, you're texting me back and forth. I can't remember what movie it was, and it was actually something that I didn't even hate that much. I don't even remember what movie it was now, but I'll put the link here. Let's go live. Let's go live. Me and you come in the chat. Let's hash it out on live TV or live, YouTube. They're not going to do that because they're stinking cowards. It's like everyone makes judgment calls all the time.
Yeah, I mean, but they were mad at me because we were like, it was just like almost a year and a half before the freaking stupid ass movie came out. Remember when they announced it? And he opened his mouth, Snyder, and I said, we were just. And along the way, we were commenting, everybody in my group were commenting on shit he was saying, things he would show us. And that's all. But no, that was enough to piss people. I mean, dude, they were the Snyder bots. Weren't even Snyder bots. They didn't even know there were Snyder bots yet, but they were becoming Snyder bots. One guy, before the movie came out, made a freaking video about me on this YouTube channel, talking about how pissed off he was at me because I went on his friend. A couple of his friends asked me on a show that he used to do with him, and they got mad. And he came on. He used to see stuff in my group all the time. He got mad at me because I was saying this looks like dog shit,
right?
And I said, look, I'm gonna go watch it, but I'm just saying. And I even had some people on my side mad at me for going to watch it. I said, no, you can't. That morning, I'm at work riding around, and a buddy calls. He's got this like little raspy voice. He goes, "You better not be going to see that piece of shit tonight." I said, dude, I've been talking shit about this thing for a year. I have to go watch it because I'm going to be talking about it. I'm going to be reviewing it and be writing reviews. Right. Michael and Melinda's going to come on. They felt so bad that they went and they made a promotion for it. So for their channel at the time they said, whether you like Man of Steel or not, they said Steel, but I tried to correct him. They said what he did. They had an S. You could write it. We want you to write us a letter, honestly, why you liked it. And he said, I will send you. He had a box of all the Superman comics he collected from the late 80s and the 90s.
I remember all the Kurtz one. No. It was afterwards. Yeah, it was
pre-burned twaddle, but he was a lot younger than me.
Yeah.
So he said, I'll send you this box of it.
Yes, I saw that video and I remember that. I remember all of that, and I remember him saying, "I'll give you that box." Or I was gonna throw a letter in there just to get that box of comics because I'll take anything.
You saw it? Yeah. So he and Melinda said that was that. They felt bad that they felt solidarity with me. So they said we're going to go see it. We're going to go see it at the same time. Or they went to like the next night and stuff. And then look, my first show for the Monday back from that, I had a buddy of mine who does the show with me who likes the shit, and his son who likes the shit. 2 different nights, I talked to somebody who likes it. So I let them have their say, and we joked with each other around. We were, we're pretty brutal to each other, so. It didn't matter if I called them names or jerked with them, but it was fine. Everybody and then Michael and Melinda and I got together and had like a cathartic, just rip the thing to pieces show. Because
well, you wouldn't have liked me because I really liked it in the theater. I was like super jacked up. I was like, "This is awesome, man! A lot of fights and all that." And the thing is that I was really, really, really let down by Superman Returns. And I remember Sean was there for this. The day of Superman Returns, we had seen all the stuff with how bad the costume looked and the stuff with where there's that panel where they did a panel at one of these comic shows or whatever. And one fellow in the audience said, well, why did you change Superman's appearances? And then Buddy Singer's like, well, change it from what? And the guy's like, well, you made the the S is smaller and the colors are dark. It's very dark, like, right. And he's like, well, blah, 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 and they're like, and then there's a documentary about Superman. And they talked about it in that documentary, like, oh, Brian Singer. And it's Kevin Spacey doing the narration of it. Yeah. And he says, Brian Singer does the unthinkable. He keeps Superman the same. I'm like, what? Like, no, he didn't. So, but the day of that movie, I was playing the Superman soundtrack in the car. I had my Superman shirt on. That. I was like, I remember I was like, you know what? It's Superman. We haven't seen a Superman now in a while. I'm really excited about it. And I was so effing jacked up. I'm like, I don't care. I know it looks like it's been crap, but let's see what happens. And I was so disappointed. Like, I was so angry and upset. I'm like, this sucks. When Man of Steel came out, I was like, this movie's awesome. At least there was fight. I just walked out and I did not think of the story. I didn't think of anything. I just thought Superman and Zod had a brutal, kick-ass mega fight. It's called Man of Steel, so it's before he's Superman, whatever. It took me I bought the movie, rewatched it. Sean hated it. I'll give Sean big props. He did not like it from the beginning, but he didn't really fight too much because me and Steve was with us, and Steve
he was too overwhelming.
up.
But I was like, this is terrible.
No, Sean didn't like it from the beginning.
I kept at it with him. I was like,
you did.
Yeah, it's like, why is he not Superman? That doesn't make any sense. He's a kid.
You're right.
Anyway.
Yeah, no. Sean's right. But the thing is, Steve and I were too jacked up. We're too pumped up. We're like, this was badass. And then my other friend, the other Sean saw it. Sean saw it. He's like, oh man, that was badass. So then we're like, yeah, that was badass. And then I bought it on Blu-ray. And then I watched it again. I was like, oh, this is fucking garbage. What the hell happened? And I was like, well, I don't know. This happened with Independence Day as well. I hated Independence. I loved Independence Day when I saw it in the theater. And then I watched it again. This is so boring and it's dumb. I'm like, there's a virus. Like, that doesn't work. Yeah. Anyways, but Man of Steel, I was like, what? And then my wife's like, wow, that was awful. I was like, yeah, what the hell happened? And I was like, and I was literally thinking, I'm like, I think they changed it or something. Did they re-edit this movie? I don't know. And when you're in IMAX and the sound was jacked for this movie, like big time, like when you're like, it was jacked. And Sean, even you got to admit the sound and the quality of the sound, it was fun. And then we saw BVS. I was like, no, I was like, no. You fooled me on the first one. You suckered me on the first one. I have not seen BVS since the theater, and even Sean has seen it more than I have. I've only seen it once in the theater.
Me either.
You tricked me on the first time. You got me good. I'll give you props. You tricked me, but you didn't trick me this time. F this movie. And then I hated Justice League because Wonder Woman's a serial killer. So I'm like, she's literally a serial killer because you need to kill more than 3 people to be a serial killer. And so she is a serial killer because she wanted to murder those guys. And she murdered more than 3 people, so you're a serial killer. So she's a murderer. And I'm like, I don't care if the rest of this movie's cool or not. She's a murderer. But you didn't get me on BVS. They didn't get me, but they got me big time Man of Steel.
Hey man, we all look. Everybody makes mistakes. There's no problem there. I would have been mean to you. Like I said, I had my friend on there. Would it? I was sitting in the theater. There must have been the people that were sitting. There weren't that many people in the theater. It was the first night. So people who were sitting down for me had to be looking over me, going, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy?" Because I was like, "Oh, I controlled myself, but not completely." Now I have one idiot friend who hated it, but he's kind of a weirdo. He said that he's a big dude, kind of big, but kind of like dresses like a biker, even though he's not one. He's like a wimpy geek, but he dresses like a skinhead almost, kind of weird. But anyway, he said he walked out and told the manager after he watched the whole movie, demanded his money back and gave him a lecture how this is not Superman. And I said, wait a minute. But you watched the whole movie, right? Yeah. Well, you're the dumbass. Man, I just told her, I said, so of course he was like all proud of us. Of course he did, dude. He was scared of you. Because I talked to my buddy Flash, who does the show with me that night. We were talking about that. He used to run a movie theater. And he said, I'd have told him to go fuck himself. Sorry.
Yeah, no way. You can't. Yeah, you can't. You get half, I don't know in the States, but in Canada, you get half an hour.
But I said, dude,
and then you can get your money
the guy
back.
didn't make the movie.
Yeah.
If something happens with the theater, or something that, but you just say you don't like a movie, you don't get to go walk up to the friggin' manager and say, "No, movies suck." That's not how it works. So he detonated, dude. Like, are you crazy?
There's a no confrontation thing in Canada. My buddy would be like, "Oh, the sound crackled." Right after we go over, at 1 hour and 10 minutes in, during this scene, the sound was all crackling on the left speaker. He goes, I just paid for IMAX, THX surround, whatever sound, blah, blah, blah. And the guy's like, okay. And he wouldn't give him his money back, but he would give him a coupon for a free movie. You know who that is. You know who that is,
yes,
right, Sean? We don't name him.
Oh.
But I'm like, it was like a one, and I was like, dude, that was a 1 second sound delay. He's like, I don't care. He goes, God. I paid $20 for the perfect thing. He walked over.
I remember we'd go see movies with that guy, and like as we were coming out, because it's like, where is he? He took off, and as we're coming out, you point over to the information desk, and he's there, like getting his movie, man.
Yeah, getting his free movie. I mean, he didn't pay for me. He saw like 5 in a row because there's always going to be something wrong, right? Like,
yeah.
During go ahead.
No, I'm saying if you walk out in the middle or something, and they want to be nice and give you tickets for another one or something, but
right.
What you were saying?
No. No, I was gonna say during Ant-Man Quantum Mania,
Yeah.
there's a fly that was like right in the damn thing. It was like a
It was
giant
right in the
fly being
lens.
projected.
And it's like crawling on everything. Yeah.
It was funny because it was Ant-Man, so we're like, is that part of like what's going on
Yeah.
here? And then
You thought it was a bug in the in the movie. Oh, here.
and we're like, all right. And then I was like, and it was so dark. That movie's ass, anyways. But
Yes,
like,
it is.
it's pretty ass. But you can see shit, anyways.
Speaking of that, are you guys going to see the stupid Marvels? Or?
I'm going to see it. Yeah, for I'm
I'm
going.
watching it. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one because I'm being forced to. I would not go with my friend that I tell you. So he is not in a good way right now. I'm worried about him. I'm gonna go see him tomorrow. Bring him to the comic shop that's having a half off everything sale. I'm gonna pick up, talk to him. He's okay, but he even texted me today. Said we still on for the Marvels. And I was like, yeah, I guess. Shit, I'm getting made fun of by everybody. We're going to see that crap, but okay.
Yeah. No, I don't hate. I remember I don't hate it as much as everyone else. For me, I can name at least 7 Marvel movies I hate worse than Captain Marvel.
Oh no, it's at least third or fourth worst. Come on, man.
Yeah, no. Well, I know you guys all love Marvel, and that's a big factor because they just.
And that's not just it, though. That's not just it, but.
Well, that's part of it, but also like, yeah, I'm not saying the movie's good. I'm just saying it doesn't make me angry. To me, I'm like, yeah, it was fine. I'm okay.
I got it at third worst, but you can make a case for Thor and Love and Blunder being worse.
Oh, that's way worse. I would say both Black Panthers are worse. I would say, Shang-Chi is worse. I would say Eternals is worse. I would say
those are worse.
I don't know, a lot. I would say Iron Man 3 is worse for me. I hate Iron Man 3.
It's close, but
yeah, like because I don't hate anything in Captain Marvel, and plus I already like Carol Danvers in the comics.
I hate everything in it.
Right, so if you already hate
look what they do to Nick Fury. Come on.
Yeah, that sucks. But I don't care about Nick. I don't care about Sam Jackson's Nick Fury that much. Like,
I know, but that doesn't mean they have to really. I mean,
I agree. They
rape him. Yeah,
they do ruin it. But I'm not angry that
I
they
understand.
You see what I'm saying? There's a difference.
I got you.
I'm angry they ruined Mandarin. I'm angry they made Iron Man a goof in Iron Man 3. I'm angry that Eternals is ruined. I'm angry that Black Panther was ruined. I'm angry that Namor was ruined. I'm angry that Thor was ruined. I'm not angry that Nick Fury was ruined. I'm like, oh, I guess they ruined him. Well, whatever. It's the same kind. So I'm just going by anger level. Like movie wise, you can say this is better than that. Like that is fair. If you think it's a poorly made film, right?
That's a good chart. There you go. I mean, I'm angry that the shitty Loki show sucks so much, but I don't know. Actually, it is good for my sleep cycle. I was trying to watch that newest episode last night, and I couldn't stay awake, man.
I haven't watched it. I'm not.
It is a fucking snoozer, man.
Yeah, I'm not watching.
Anyway, I got to go get ready for show tonight with the boys, man. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
All right, awesome. Oh, Club, you want to say what you're up to? Like, so you know.
Oh, I forgot we were still on the air. I thought we were just having fun talking.
Yeah, we
are. We're still on the air.
About 8:30 Central, 9 Eastern. I'll be on Nick Weiser's show. It's like a special Halloween special tonight. We'll all be reviewing, as we all do here. We're reviewing some comics, some kind of monster related ones. I think we're doing like a first appearance of Ghost Rider, a Hellboy issue, a Tomb of Dracula number 50 with the Silver Surfer and Dracula. Awesome. How's that a combo? That's a weird one. Who you think picked that one? And and first Creature Commandos appearance too.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah, it'll be fun with the boys and just like we do every Halloween, I guess. And then tomorrow night, Saturday night, Star Trek, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And Mark C with the Cease channel, Sunday night, 10 Eastern.
Yep.
Part 2 of the New York City Comic-Con videos and pictures he has.
Yeah, I'm going to go through that after the fact because the first one is up right now. That was last week.
It's a lot of cool stuff.
So I'll go through that on my own because I'm never up for those. I'm usually asleep and like I'm on vacation this week, so I'm trying to get some sleep. I put Steve, so I accidentally had Steve's thing up, but there you go. Our good friend Steve, his author's page, he's got a book that's out.
Hey,
so check it out. Sean, let's hear what's going on.
Not much on my channel as I'm still working through Q4. It's very busy at my work at this time of the year. But I'm on here Fourth World Fridays, Legion Mondays, and whatever else. I think we might be doing Transformers next week.
Yeah.
It's up to J-Man. So
yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you for watching this later on. We appreciate it. There's still a few days left for the Legion of Superheroes giveaway T-shirt. So make sure you, if you want to be part of that, go to the channel trailer, do your comments, follow the instructions. That's it. All right, everybody. We'll see you on Monday.
Good night, everybody.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.